Long ago, in the Age of Legends, a great evil swept across Master Duel, threatening to end fun and competitive card games as we know it. Prophecies foretold of a chosen one, a legendary duelist who would defeat the forces of evil and bring about 1,000 formats of balanced gameplay. I am not that duelist, because I don't think the prophecies were true, like at all. Or if they were true, they're sure taking their sweet time. Things have been awful for a while now, and they don't show any signs of changing. It kinda stinks. But that won't stop me from trying to climb the Master Duel ladder, because I'm Hardleg Joe, if ya didn't know, and that's just what I do. You see, each month my patrons give me a different deck, and I do my best to push it up the Master Duel ladder. This month's challenge is White Forest, a storybook archetype that serves as a prequel to the Yubel star lore. See, that's her, as like a little baby witch or something. I don't actually know the lore. Mechanically though, they're pretty neat, mixing together quick effect synchros with a resource game based on sending spell traps to the graveyard. They're a bit weak on their own, but they have synergy with a ton of other cards and archetypes, which means we get to experiment this episode. Will we be able to write up a best-selling deck worthy of becoming legend? Or will this be a story best forgotten? There's only one way to find out, so grab a snack and lean back, because it's ladder climb time. And welcome back once more to Ladder Climb. As the intro said, we are indeed playing White Forest, which is kind of unusual in a way that it's hard to describe, so allow me to show you. Behold, every White Forest card currently available in Master Duel. They have 4 main deck monsters, 4 spell traps, and 3 extra deck cards. It's a very small archetype. You know, not completely unheard of, there are some other archetypes just as small, but you can already see how, even if we played all of these at 3, that this would be difficult to fill out a deck with. It would be hard to play this pure. And that's assuming that all of these are 3-ofs. And they're not. When it comes to the spell traps, 2 of them don't get played. Even in the pure versions, I don't really see people using these. One of them is maybe playable, but even if you do play it, they're 1-ofs. In fact, these 2 other spell traps that we do play are both 1-ofs in pretty much every build of the deck. Likewise, when it comes to the extra deck, all 3 of these are 1-ofs. So that just leaves the main deck monsters, and fortunately the main deck monsters are all 3-ofs. Pretty much every deck I've seen will play these at 3. So already you can see how this might be difficult to play pure. You know, if we were doing this, it would be mostly board breakers and hand traps and generic cards with just a very small engine. And you know, that can work in some cases. Things like Invoked, things like Cenutirion can play on a very small engine. But there's one thing that those decks have in common that White Forest lacks, and that's 1-card combos. White Forest doesn't have any 1-card combos. Instead, what it has is a bunch of 1.5-card combos. That may seem like a weird term if you're unfamiliar with competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, but basically what it means is that almost everything in here requires 2 cards, but one of them is like non-specific, right? So the whole theme around White Forest is almost every monster has an effect that says, send a spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard to do a thing. Which means as a result, every card requires that monster plus some spell trap to discard. It doesn't matter which spell trap you discard. Obviously you can use the White Forest ones, and there are some benefits to doing so. But even the White Forest cards are 1.5-card combos. Like, they have a searcher, but unlike almost every other searcher in this game, you know, Rhoda, for example, you can just activate and get a card. This requires you to control an illusion or spellcaster monster before you can search a White Forest monster. So even this is a 1.5-card combo. You need to already have one of your many monsters in order to activate this. So all of this is to say, you can't really play White Forest pure. Or rather, you can. I built a deck. But after testing this deck, I found that it was really boring and not very effective. If you play White Forest this way, it essentially feels like a combination of Sword Soul and Goatee. You know how Sword Soul does the same, like, combo every single time and makes the same two synchro monsters? It's that, but it makes one of them on your opponent's turn. It's, you know, if I'm trying to show off this deck, show you how to play it, what it does, make it look exciting, the pure version is probably the worst way to do that. And if you know anything about this show, you know that that's what this is all about. I like to show you cool decks and how they function and how they work. Usually that means starting out pure, but in this case, we have to mix it with something. Now, probably the most pure variant that still sees success is this one. White Forest Toy Box. This has seen a bit of success both on Master Duel and in the TCG. It's still very clearly a White Forest deck, but the Toy Box cards give it some more ability to make more synchros, more of a toolbox element that works surprisingly well. The problem is, it works too well. I mean, that's not a problem if you're trying to play the deck, but for this show, if I were to start on the Toy Box variant, there'd be nowhere to go but down. This is probably the best version with like different hand traps and different board breakers thrown in. And so if I started with this one, anytime I changed it up, it would only be a downgrade. And again, if you know this show, I like to experiment, especially when we've got a deck like White Forest that has a whole lot of different options, and especially when we're starting in Platinum going up against opponents that aren't going to be as rough as the ones in Diamond and Master. So that means we're going to be playing a kind of goofy version of White Forest. And when it comes to those, there's quite a few options. Probably the most popular one, the one that a lot of people are familiar with, is this. White Forest Runick. And the synergy here should be pretty obvious. Most of the White Forest cards require you to discard spells or traps, and Runick is an engine all about getting spells in the graveyard and cycling them back into the deck so that you can draw cards. And the spells in question can summon monsters that helps you to synchro summon. You know, you get 2s and 4s on the field. You've seen this with Runick Goatee if you've watched previous episodes. And then if you don't need monsters, most of them are removal or some kind of disruption that can be used in addition to what you're already doing. The problem with this is that it plays really weird compared to a lot of other versions of the deck. Also, Runick is really hit in Master Duel. Like in the TCG, this is probably the best way to play White Forest, but on Master Duel, not so much. And also, I mean, every time I show a Runick variant, there's a whole bunch of people who groan and roll their eyes because the only thing they know about Runick is like the floodgates and stuff, and they just have no interest in a Runick build. So that covers most of the popular ones, and none of them seem to fit for the start of this episode. So what I decided to do was to come up with my own variant, something that I haven't seen anyone else talking about. I haven't seen any other deck profiles. It's highly experimental. So as a result, it's very goofy. I'm not sure if it'll work. It may be a little difficult to suss out how the White Forest stuff interacts, but I want to assure you, it's very fun. Just don't laugh. Let me cook. I think I can cook up something good. So the version we're starting with is this. White Forest Paleo. Yes, I have taken one of my favorite decks, my favorite archetypes, and found a way to combine it with the White Forest cards. Because again, it's an archetype all about discarding spell traps. And what if those spell traps were transaction rollback? What if they were the Black Goat Laughs? What if they were Rise to Full Height? You know, what if they were Paleos, and then by activating other traps, you could summon those Paleos back? And that's pretty much what it started with, just this idea of like, if I have to discard traps, it might as well be like ones that do stuff in the graveyard. But the more I played it, the more I realized that this has a lot more synergy than I ever expected. Mainly because the fact that the Paleos are level 2s, and most of your synchros are 6s and 8s, with level 4 tuners, that means you can often use these as synchro material when your opponent takes out your other level 2 monsters. Most of our combos rely on this trap, using it as disruption, and being able to get another level 2 off of this trap, being able to activate it with transaction rollback, send it to the graveyard with Morella so that you can get it back, stuff like that, get it with Traptrick. All of that sort of furthers your synchro combos by using the Paleozoics. And then also, if you want to do Paleozoic stuff, the fact that we have 2 level 2s that can be special summoned and don't lock you into synchros or anything means we can use these to make our Opabinia and then perhaps activate some Paleos from our hand during the first turn and then get some of our engine on that way. If that weren't enough, there's a couple of these monsters that gain effects when another monster activates an effect by sending a spell trap to the graveyard. Obviously, all the White Forest cards do that, but what I didn't realize is that if one of the Ixies has a trap as material, and it detaches that as cost, it triggers the White Forest cards because they have sent a trap to the graveyard to activate a monster effect. So you can actually go plus off this in very unexpected ways. And if all that weren't enough, there's actually one more thing. Because you see, probably the best monster in this deck, the one that deals the most damage, is Silvura, Wolf Tamer of the White Forest. When this is special summoned, change all monsters your opponent controls face down. Illusion and Spellcaster Synchro monsters, which is all the White Forest cards, gain 500 attack, and if they attack a defense position monster, inflict double piercing damage. So basically this one turns all of your White Forest cards into Chaos Maxx, which is especially good when you can flip things down. And if you know anything about Paleo, one of the cards they rely on most is Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. This is how you stall, this is your removal, you're flipping all their cards face down so you can deal with them. And one of the problems that a pure Paleo deck has is then getting on damage. How do you get past all those monsters that you flipped face down? And White Forest actually solves that quite easily. You flip them face down, and then on your turn you make a whole bunch of synchros and just double pierce all of them for game. So there's a whole lot of synergies, a whole lot of cool things here, at least in theory. I've only tested this against the computer so far. I have no idea how it'll work if my opponent's playing around stuff, if they have hand traps, if they'll understand how this deck works. But I think it has a lot of potential. So we're gonna start with this one, and I'm just gonna explain like how the White Forest cards work in the duel. Usually I do like a 101, but I feel like I've already been here long enough. And also, once you learn the White Forest cards, they're like dirt simple. Like the level 2s both act roughly the same way, so do the level 4s. You'll be able to get this really easily. So without further ado, let's jump in with White Forest Paleo, try this, and if it doesn't work, we've got 5 other builds ready to go. Standard. Season 37 has begun. We're going second, alright. So our first duel is probably not against Tenpai. The problem, of course, with both Paleo and White Forest is that neither is particularly good at going second. It really depends on what the opponent has. There are definitely some boards and some decks where, like, if you're gonna set a whole bunch of monsters, your opponent's not gonna be able to do anything. Alright, discarding King of the Swamp and setting a card. Alright, that bodes pretty well for us. It seems like they're not in a great mood. Of course, if these are imperm, we might be bad. We do have the closest thing our deck has to a 1-card starter, which is Sylvie of the White Forest. This is normal summoned. You can add a White Forest spell trap from your deck to your hand. Hey, we like White Forest spell traps. And if you remember from the intro, we have a spell trap that searches a White Forest if we have a spellcaster or an illusion on the field. So we can search that, and then we can get a monster, and then we can do other things. So let's try this and hope it doesn't get disrupted. Go Sylvie. And again, just so you know, there's what do you know, it got disrupted. Who would have thought that the bricked person had all the hand traps? But yeah, there are 4 White Forest cards. 2 of them are level 4 tuners, and 2 of them are level 2 non-tuners. So they make 6s really easily. If you've got the tuner, you get the search card, you get the level 2, you make it. Obviously, we only got halfway there. but that's fine. We can still get in for 1,500. And clearly this does other stuff, but I'll talk about that once it becomes important. For now, we'll just hit for 1,500. Main phase 2. And then we're gonna set. Oh, we're gonna set. If you didn't think that we were gonna set, we're gonna set. And what about this last one? Surely we won't set it. Oh, we're setting. And because the White Forest cards can send from hand or field, unlike some other archetypes, like, setting these don't matter. Even if we don't end up using them, our White Forest cards will still be able to use them by sending them off the field. Another card. Alright, well that previous card didn't hurt us, so let's go ahead and just Paleozoic, pop the new one. Ah, Forbidden Droplet. A fine card, if I do say so myself. Okay, another transaction rollback. What I could do... No, I would have had to do that in the last turn. Okay, we'll wait until next turn. For now, we're just going in for another 1,500. We got him on a clock. Bada bingo. 3 more of those and you're donezo. Or I guess 4 more. Okay. We'll see if they summon another monster. If they don't, we'll use one of these, especially because we've got so many transaction rollbacks. We'll absolutely be able to use the other ones. Okay, so end phase. What we're going to do is we're going to activate one of these. Flip everything face down. Because we activated a trap, we can activate the trap in our graveyard and summon it. Yay! And the reason we couldn't do this on this turn is because then this will resolve, flip everything face down, and because this was summoned this turn, I wouldn't be able to flip it face up. But because I'm doing it at the end of their turn, now I can flip both of these up. Oh, hey! So we can flip up the Oleanoides. And fun fact, normally if these would go to the graveyard, they would be banished. But because of the way Daruma Karma Cannon works, because they were flipped face down, now they'll just go back to the graveyard. So we're going to summon Reclea. If this is summoned, you can send a spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard to search a White Forest. Hey, that's something we want to do. I can't imagine that we'll be completely allowed to do it, but it'll bait out another interaction while getting us a big monster on board. And it sends as cost, so, you know, transaction in the graveyard regardless. Another Ash Blossom. Oh, what a pity. Okay, so this, I can special summon this by sending a spell trap from my hand or field to the graveyard, then add a White Forest from my deck to my hand. So, I think we're going to do that. Unfortunately, if we normal summon it, we don't get the search. So, we have to use it like this. We'll send the other transaction rollback. Maxx C, alright. Alright, Mr. Drawn Man, drawing all their cards up. I think we just want to get our starter for next turn. We're not actually going to synchro because they have more stuff, and I don't want to give them more opportunities to do things. Yeah, let's go to battle. The old saying, chat, if your opponent is bricked, don't unbrick them. 15, wait, we might be able to win it here, actually. It would cost us, like, almost everything, but I think we could do it. Okay, so the tuners in the graveyard have this effect. You can bounce a synchro, a White Forest synchro, from your graveyard or field back to the extra deck, and then summon them. Their effects are negated, though. They don't know that, so let's try to activate it anyway. Maybe they'll waste something on it. No. So that's why you only need to play one of each synchro. You can just bounce them back. Attack in for 1,500. And then we'll activate this. We're going to banish our own card, and that'll let us summon the Paleozoic from our graveyard, which gets summoned with 1,200 attack. Ah, your own transaction rollback. I see, I see. I don't think that'll work the way you're hoping it will. You know what? Just to be safe, Let's go ahead and fire off our own, because I don't know what this last card is. Let's target Oleanides and blow up their other back row. So we pop that. Uh-oh. That might have been a bad move. Everything gets flipped down. This comes out. They draw a card. I must discard. They get to add a Tearlament trap from their deck to their hand. But I don't think that stops me from attacking for 1200 and ending the game. Bada bingo, bada bango. There you go. I'm not sure if this necessarily showed off everything that White Forest can do, or everything that the Paleozoics can do, but you could see there's some synergy, right? Like, I was doing stuff and things. It was very interesting. Alright, we going first again. Which I guess we should keep track of. You know, normally I keep track of something special up there. Previous times we've done things where, like, we compare our go first record to how often we win or lose. So maybe we should do that, you know. Let's do heads. So far, 2 heads. I've heard they're better than 1, and I suppose that's true. We've opened with almost nothing. I mean, we do have woes. This special summons a White Forest from your hand or deck, and then immediately afterwards I can synchro summon a White Forest synchro. Not particularly useful with what we've got here, especially if they've got Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, but it is something. That monster's effects aren't negated, so we can get like a search that prepares us for next time. I mean, to be fair, with this hand, even if they do Lightning Storm, we can chain Morella and send Transaction Rollback, and then the Karma Cannon will be in the graveyard from the Lightning Storm. So I think we'll be set regardless, unless they have exactly that and, whatchamacallit, an Ash as well. Looks like it's Snake Eyes, which is starting to feel retro. Okay, is Original Sinful Spoils a face-up card? I forget. Yeah, it has to be face-up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna activate Morella. We're gonna send off Transaction Rollback to get into the grave. And then we're going to Karma Cannon. We're gonna chain the Morella so we get it onto the field. And then with nothing face up, this will kind of lock them out of their plays for this turn. They won't be able to activate OSS. They've already normal summoned. It's possible they have like a Live-Bel star, but even then it's going to be hard to link combo when you've got 2 cards like this. Oh? Oh yeah, I forgot that could send from the field. Maybe I should be playing... It's only at 1, right? No. Maybe I should be playing this. Alright. We might be in a little bit of trouble. But of course we can, Transaction Rollback again. So... And now I think we just do that again. Half the life points is a steep cost, but to flip everything face down is pretty effective. 1 for 1! They ain't stopping, baby! 1 more card! It was Fire King the whole time. Gas, gas, gas! We're gonna pick up the gas. Get up and say, or we'll be kicking your ass. Okay, destroy 1 monster on your field. Does that have to be face up? No. They can clear their field by using Fire King Island. And that gets Runick, and then Runick can immediately summon itself. Okay, they're popping that. Alright, chat. You ready to see the full power? Activate Leoncolia. We're going to put back the Transaction Rollback. Then we're going to activate Woes of the White Forest. We're going to chain the Leoncolia to bring that out. So we summon a level 2. Woes lets us summon our level 4 tuner. And then we can immediately synchro summon a White Forest card, chat. So, you know how we already flipped them face down twice this turn? What if we did it a 3rd time? What if we summoned the wolf and said, no, 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 you will be sleeping today, good sir. Always go to sleep. Every time. Book number 3. Oh, you're gonna put me into the back rooms? I don't think so. So all the tuners, if you'll remember, as a quick effect, can bounce the synchros back to summon themselves. So you can dodge out of removal. This effect is negated, so it don't matter. Yep, Sleepy Time Junction for everyone. Ooh, that's a good one. I wonder what their one back row is. Oh yeah, it's just wanted. Okay, I think we may have this if we play it properly. I just have to look at what's on their field. They've got Oak, which has 200. They've got Poplar, which has 200. I could calculate, but life is more fun when you're exciting, chat. Okay, so we're going to flip up the Morella. We're going to use these 2, and we're going to make Reclea. Summon this. Discard a spell trap. Search a White Forest card. Effect Veiler. I mean, that's pretty effective, except, you know, I can dodge out of it, like you just saw. Granted, I'll have less attack on board, but I will still have attack on board. Let's go for her, yeah. So we're gonna add a Stellar, which is probably the best card. So we're gonna normal summon her. We're gonna use her effect. We'll discard the Karma Cannon. And that lets us summon a tuner from the deck. We still haven't activated this first effect. So let's get this. Activate this effect. We're going to get, I think at this point we just want another Woes. Yeah. We'll get the second Woes. Then we're going to go into... Yeah. Okay. We need to get one more. So we're going to go ahead and use our transaction rollback. And we're going to use it on Woes. So that we can summon another one from the deck. Okay, that needs to be special summon. I think we go for the... Wait, we've already got a tuner. Yeah, we just gotta go for this one. Immediately synchro summon? Yeah. Go back into Reclea. Okay. Then we go to battle phase. Double piercing. 3,000 to your 200. That's 56. Let me double check and make sure which one is Oak. Oak was in the middle column. Okay. Oh, they've got something they can do in the battle phase. Fuck. It's just Poplar. Oh, it's just Poplar's effect, yeah. But yeah, 2,900. I'm pretty sure if we do double piercing to their 200 defense Oak, that's just game. And there you go, you know? I'm pretty sure they're about to rage quit. Unless there's something I'm missing. But even if I'm not missing something, hopefully you can see now, like, this isn't just a White Forest deck and a Paleo deck that happen to work. They synchronize surprisingly well. Add a Fire King spell trap. I don't think there's one that they can activate. Yeah. So we just go in and destroy this. Double piercing damage. Bada bingo, bada bango. There you go. It's a dream come true. Alright, one more win and we get into Platinum 4, which means it's time to put on our wizard hat and robe. If we're gonna be in the White Forest, we need to dress like it, even if my hat is mostly invisible. It's fine, that's how you know it's got white magic. Ooh, ah, spooky green screen. There we go. Now the shadows kind of like make it a little visible. Looks like we're going second. I can't see out of this thing. No, this isn't Goblin Joe. I haven't unbuttoned my shirt. Foolish burial. Alright. What are you burying? Ah, Tearlament. I'm surprised you're still around, and also in low platinum. But I guess it's a hard deck to play. That's not good. I don't want to say we're cooked, chat, but I'm feeling pretty roasted. Didn't they already use both of their special summons? Why are they doing this now? Yeah, like you used one to make Kit Kalos and you used one to make Ruka. And that's why they're in plat. Because they made one mistake and surrendered, even though they had Rukalos and Crime, which together would have been more than enough to deal with whatever the hell I had. But sometimes you win because you win, and sometimes you win because your opponent loses. And they lost to themselves there, allowing us to rank up into Diamond 4. Goblin Joe is made up of 3 core elements. There are more elements, but there are 3 core elements. One is the hat. The other one is specifically the feather shirt that is unbuttoned, so that you can see all his fatness rolling about. The third is a specific voice and mannerisms he uses. I suppose the staff is also part. Either way, enough about Goblin Joe. We've got LZ, which is not great, but it still works. Okay. So you can send one spell trap from your hand or field to special summon this. Let's go ahead and activate that. And we're going to send Leoncolia. We're going to use her to get Sylvie, because we don't want to discard any more of these. We could get the best starter, but we're not. So we're going to use this. This searches a spell trap. It doesn't have to discard. And yeah, I think we go for... No, we go for Woes this time. Okay. Then we're going to make Reclea. And I'm not sure if I've talked about it yet on this episode, but the White Forest spell traps are unique in that they all have one effect in common, which is if they are sent to the graveyard by the effect of a monster, they get to set themselves on the field once per turn. So we get to search. Let's go ahead and get... Yeah, let's get Rukia. And then because this was sent, it gets to go back onto the field. So we special summon this. You can special summon it if you control a White Forest. It can also discard a card, a spell or trap, in order to draw a card, which is good if we had something that was better in the graveyard, but I think we want everything here. So we're just going to end this here. It doesn't seem like much, but it's more than it looks. I mean, obviously we've got the Karma Cannon. Obviously we've got a way to put transaction rollback in the graveyard. But more importantly, we have Woes of the White Forest. Runick, I see. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna activate this now. Okay. So we're going to get this back. We're going to special summon... yeah, we're going to get a Stellar on board. That'll be important for later. And then we're going to special summon. We're going to make Yubel using our 6 and our 2. So we summon this. Hello there. They get to get their monster. Which, of course, they'll use. And then we'll get to chain some effects. So this says, if a card is synchro summoned, using a synchro tuner, you can target a spell trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Do I want to do that? Yes. It has another effect. I think I might have missed the timing on it, but we'll get another chance to activate it. So that's one thing. It just adds, it recycles any spell trap. When your opponent activates a card or effect, send one spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon a level 7 or lower tuner synchro. So, we're going to do that. And we're going to send off the one that we just got. Couple different options. I was thinking about doing something specific. Did they search the, I was so busy with what I did. Did they search the fountain? They did. Okay. Yeah, we're going to put this on board. Formula Synchron. Because a monster used a spell trap as effect, we can summon back this. And because this was sent as effect, we can send it back to the field. Can't be activated this turn, but we're doing stuff. Damn. I was really hoping they would activate the fountain, and then we could use this to make Chaos Angel and banish it. But it looks like they're more clever than that. Now I can't do it. Fuck it. We just Karma Cannon. We'll do it next time. For now, everyone goes to sleep. Good luck doing Spright combos. Of course, they can do that. Laundry Dragon Maid. Oh, they still doing combos. Shit. Okay, well, let's do this then. Transaction rollback. And yeah, let's just do this before they can get anything else. Again, we just flipping you face down every time, all the time. Target one monster. Okay. So they are going to get to draw. But they've already normaled. They have a spot. Triple tack. But you have to draw two. Taking my monsters doesn't do anything. I don't have a hand. Just hope they don't play Raigeki. Runick Destruction, alright. Okay, we'll chain the Traptrick. Okay. Gonna have to get Dinomicious. Setting some cards, alright. Yeah, I think we just use this now while everything's face down. And they know it, they're just banishing everything. Fuck most of my deck. Let's flip this up. Let's flip up Formula Synchron. Let's go ahead and make Barone to floor. Yay negates. Let's activate Barone and pop this. Okay. So we know this is probably the Smashers, right? So we pop this. Now we'll flip up this. Flip up this. Let's go ahead and we're gonna make our thing that does double piercing. And it's that easy. Yeah, because if you didn't know, because we had the Yubel in the graveyard, and we also had one of our tuners in the graveyard, we could send the Yubel back to the extra deck, summon the level 4 tuner, and then make the other level 6 with the level 2 we had on the field. So we were going to get our double piercing, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have enough attack to survive that. So once again, deck working surprisingly well. And by which I mean Daruma Karma Cannon's a hell of a drug, kids. Okay, we're going second, and this is probably the worst hand we have yet. I still haven't had a chance to use the Black Goat Laughs. Buster Whelp. Alright. So, it's anti-Tenpai, and we are not Tenpai. We don't have a single dragon. We're all spellcasters and illusions. Granted, this has a card that can turn us into... Excuse me? What? Buster Blader and Dark Magician. Well, I guess it's a Yugi deck. Not quite what I expected. Does this make Dragoon? I mean, that does. Alright, chat. We goonin'. Except Dark Magician is in the graveyard. Good point. That might be why they're struggling to wonder why they can't activate their thing. You only play one Dark Magician, don't you? And you discarded it. At least they didn't instantly surrender. Maybe they got other stuff. Alright, let's Sylvie. Ash Blossom? Okay. Uh-oh. Prologue. I know where this is going. They didn't send the trap, though. There's a trap in the graveyard that lets them fuse the Buster Blader fusion. And that would have been really bad. Because if you don't know, this says all monsters become dragons. And the Buster Blader fusion is basically Baguska for dragons. All dragons go to defense and their effects are negated. And also it does double piercing damage. And we've seen how bad double piercing can be. So next turn this will be gone, and they can't beat over me because 12 is lower than 15. Welcome to my classroom. You're learning math. Oh, except from the graveyard, which is where they're summoning it. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know, this is a newer trap. It's like a staple in Labrynth and Paleo builds. Declare one monster name. This turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that same original name. This doesn't protect, does it? Target one Buster Blader, equip it. No. So we can just, like, Canadia. Go to sleep. Nighty-night. There we go. And now you die. Also, what was this thing's defense? Okay, it's still higher than I would like. But we got something, chat. Because we put a Paleo in the graveyard, now we can rise to full height. We'll just make my defense 0. Or double it. Traptrick. I mean, either way, I get my Canadia. Okay, so we're getting this on board. Well, what are they trap-tricking for? Prologue. Another one? Another one. Let's go ahead and make Reclea. Why, hello there. It's me. We're gonna send off the Black Goat, because that has an effect in the graveyard. I think we go for this one, if we want to get maximum damage on board. Because we haven't normal summoned yet. We have to give up our Dino-Mishis, which is unfortunate, but probably worth it. So this card, you can send one to summon a tuner from the deck. A light spellcaster tuner. We're going to get a Sylvie. So we can use the effect to get the trap. I could get the spell and extend even further, but I don't think I need it. Hello there. And let's just go to battle with this. Destruction core swords can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Alright. Fair enough. But you still take the damage! And also, your name is Buster Blader while you're on the field. So you ain't a destruction sword card. Let's see. I can tag these out in the battle phase and do 1,500 more, but I don't think I want to. Oh wait, actually I do, because we want to bring this back. We want to have the ability to summon this during the opponent's turn to flip them face down again. Plus, since we have woes, now we already have a tuner, so we can use this to special summon the non-tuner from the deck and then synchro. Can we kill? No, because we only have one of each and they're once per turn. We could activate Traptrick, bring back the Dino-Mishus, and then go up into the level 8. But then we would banish the Dino-Mishus, and I want to have one face down, especially with everything that we've got here. I think we're pretty set, and they agree. Alright, Trouble Sunny pass. That might just be beatable, chat. The question is, what do we do? Set 5 pass. Kick in some mass. And then they get to pop 1. Which one will it be? I just noticed they got little stars by their name, too. They're really role-playing. They're in the live twin mode. Alright. That's unfortunate, but probably the best one they could have hit. Except for maybe Black Goat. Ooh. They're playing the big one. Alright, we do this now then. We're just going to banish the one that pops cards. Goodbye, Lilla. And we discard the rollback. Well, bye, Morella. Yeah, let's use it. Black Goat laughs. I can't summon this. Oh, they have both. Oh, wait, no. This isn't their graveyard. Yeah. No Lilla for you. It doesn't count from the graveyard. I'm a fucking idiot. What can I say? I should have called the one from the extra deck. I'm a turbo buffoon. Set a card? This is the one I should have called. Okay, so they bring back that. They get to draw a card. But then I transaction rollback, targeting the Daruma Cannon, and then it just sends both of them to the graveyard. And my Morella gets to go take a nap. Goodbye. Okay, we gotta get stuff started. So we're gonna activate this. We're going to chain the Dino-Mishus. So this comes back. And then off of the Traptrick, we're going to get the Woes of the White Forest, which is why we play 2. And now we get the other half of our deck. Let's go, Sylvie. You're the only one that gets an effect on summon. No, we don't want to use this, because if we do, and we synchro immediately, we won't get to use the effect. Instead, we'll just let it be summoned, and then get ourselves the spell. Reclaya effect. We're going to pitch the Tails. Effect Veiler. Unfortunate for you. What if I wasn't on the field? Oh, you got called by, don't you? Okay. Unfortunate for me after all. But it did take them 2 things to get rid of 1 thing. And this still comes back. And you can't called by a spell trap unless you got DD Crow. Okay, and what do you know? I control a spellcaster or illusion monster. So I'll just activate this. Let's go. Best card. Let's normal summon this. Activate the effect. Send off the Black Goat. I haven't used this part of the effect yet. Oh wait, it's been called by. Okay, we go for Rukia. Okay, now I could make Sylvia, but instead, I think what I'm going to do is make Opabinia with our 2 level 2s. Because we can't OTK them anyway. Let's go ahead and activate this. So what we want to get is Morella. Going to activate Morella, and we're going to send another transaction rollback. We're going to make Yubel, We're going to use Yubel to get Traptrick back, so we have access to the whole toolbox. And then we're going to go to attack. 25. What did they end up setting? Fucking what, mate? We're activating this. I have to send off that, which is unfortunate. And we're just going to summon the wolf. So now we do double piercing and we're big. And you're about to go face down. And I don't think you take no battle damage. Okay, that's unfortunate. But we'll activate this to flip everything face down. And because a spellcaster did that, our a non-tuner comes back. They get to add something. Damn, I should have activated this when I had the chance. I'm not getting this right. Black Goat is a good card, I swear, I'm just bad at using it. Okay, so we'll get this. You go to sleep. Yeah, I'll continue the attack. Tiny turtle! Yeah, they take no damage. I'm still attacking in with this. Banish whatever this face down is. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're still pretty good. Typhon. We're gonna use transaction rollback. We're gonna use Traptrick. We're gonna send Canadia. Fuck you, buddy. Go face down. And give me a Paleo while I'm at it. And now they can't summon anything else. Let's end this, shall we, chat? Activating this. What up? Zeroboros hours. I'm big and I'm coming in. I didn't even need to do that, I'm realizing. Swift Scarecrow! You fucking what, mate? Touche! Swift Scarecrow! Fine! Ash Blossom. Are you just surrendering to Dr. Manhattan? Should have just attacked. Well, that was a hell of a duel, chat! I thought it was pure Spright, and then it's like, Yubel? Oh, do those things have anything in common? We have to take a look at this fucking deck. What the hell was this? Okay. Play one Swift Scarecrow, one Tiny Turtle, one Karyakura, one Drolinlock, Spright. There was Spright? Oh yeah, I guess there was Spright. Meowmine. One Lava Golem. They're just playing the 2 Spirit of Yubel with 1 Nightmare Pain. They are playing Lilla Rap, as you do, and 2 Draco Utopian Aura. You know, for fun. This is it's an interesting deck, I'll give them that. Almost beat us, too. Not all my fire monsters. Whatever will I do? Now, granted, if they banish this, I'm just kind of like in a bad way. Fuck. Now, of course, Ritual Beasts don't have a lot of ways to deal with the back row. Light, okay. Unfortunate, but not the end. So we're going to Oleanades, target our own transaction rollback. Then we're going to rise to full height, targeting Protoss, chain the Oleanades, Maxx. Of course! Rise to full height on this. I'm actually just realizing I didn't have to do that at all. I could have just let them attack. Okay. I don't know why you wanted to banish your monster, but that's fine. Oh, that's why, because it uses the effect. How did I forget? Problem? Of course, now I need like a really good trap if I'm going to do anything, because I can't summon any of my light monsters. Oh. Appaloosa. Okay. That don't work very well. Okay, let's do this. Let's activate this. Yeah, I think we're just doomed, chat. You cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay. Hold up. Might not be completely dead. Cannahawk has resolved! Okay. So we woes now. Synchro, yes. I cannot be destroyed by card effects! Only you will be destroyed! Now, of course, they still have access to a whole bunch of links that can do stuff, and they could always just crash their Protoss. But I don't think if they use all their... Okay. Okay, Protoss is gone. We're set. Hold up. I still can't special summon light monsters, but I can do this. Normal summon Sylvie. Get a search on. Fortunately, we play 2 woes. Oh yeah, they could just negate that. We just pass. Nocho Dragos! Another one. Okay, they've got all beasts and no non-beasts. Underworld Goddess. Unfortunate. 4,600. Activate this. They negate. Activate the other one. Fortunately, it doesn't send back his cost. Now they have to use this. And now I think they don't have enough attack to kill me. Now they have 3,800. I will survive. As long as I know how to live, I know I'm still alive. Transaction rollback. 200 life points. Activate woes. Give me Sylvie. Ash Blossom. Fuck. Leoncolia. Return the rollback to the graveyard. Let's do this again. Try to shuffle back. Stop with that. Try to shuffle back. Stop with that. Should we battle over? Oh, maybe we should have. I think we're still fine, though. Because we can transaction rollback. Woes. Let's get you. Special summon? Nah. Activate a stellar. Send the transaction. Summon the other one. Oh, I haven't used that effect yet. That summons the other Stellar from our graveyard. So we're gonna make Stardust Charge Warrior. Draw a free card. That's a pretty decent one. And then we're gonna make Bar on the Floor. Cha-chunk. And then let's target and destroy this. Battle phase. Set the Canadia. All right, you've got 2 cards. I've got a Negate and a Book of Moon. Although you could probably also Nochio Drago, and you have one of these, and now you have 3 cards. Okay, so they're not quite as dead. Yeah, you know what? Put this back. Finally! Yep, nothing I can do about that. Oh, I did not think that we could do that, but the power of both engines allowed us to win with 100 life points. I mean, to be fair, we could also activate woes again. Transaction rollback on woes to use it every turn is just crazy. Yeah, and see, that's why the Arch Nemesis version just isn't even good. Why would you even play that? They locked me out of light for like 2 turns, didn't even hurt me. It almost killed me, but I barely won it. As it stands right now, I think we just have to end on this. Not great, but still pretty good unless we get hit by Lightning Storm. Axe of Fools. So they're just negating the effect. It doesn't even have an effect, but I think they want an equip card on the field to do something. Maybe this is like, I forget it's called, the Monk Girls. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle this back, just so they don't have one face up on the field. Mikanko, yes, thank you. Super Poly. It's definitely Mikanko. But I mean, either way, that keeps it off the field. Well, first, let's see what they get. Garua, okay. Yeah. Let's just do this. Go to sleep, Garua. And come back, Leoncolia! In attack mode. I'm not afraid. Hidden Armory. Alright. Oh, we still doing Mikanko stuff. Here's what we're doing, chat. First, we're sending back this. So we're gonna summon the Reclea. Hold down, always chain. Oh yeah. During your opponent's turn, if a spellcaster tuner is summoned, you can add this back to your hand. So it came back. And then we're gonna activate Woes. If I knew Mikanko better, I think Black Goat would be really good here, but I don't know Mikanko better. And we'll go ahead and get the Canadia on the field too. Woes activates. Let's go ahead and get Sylvie. Special summon? Yes. You don't have to summon using the monster that you chose. So we can use this and the Leoncolia. That'll get rid of their equip card. This will come back to hand. And then both of these will activate. This will get me a search, and so will this. We can search by sending off the tails. I think we just want the one we can special summon again. The only one we're not going to have by the end of this. This will get me the other woes. And then because this was sent off by a white forest, it comes back. Special summon one Mikanko from your hand or graveyard. They only have one Mikanko in their graveyard. Can I finally do this? Neither player can special summon monsters with that original name. Hooray. Black Goat time! You cannot summon. Hooray. Choose another one that's in your graveyard or hand. It's from the graveyard! Oh, I'm such an idiot. That's like the 3rd time I've done that. How do I keep making the same mistake? At least it's main phase 2. Activate LZ. We're gonna send this one off the field. We're like especially well prepared for this. And this is the only one we don't have. This is also, you're seeing why pure Mikanko does, or not pure Mikanko, pure White Forest doesn't work all that well. you run out of monsters in the deck really quickly. Go to sleep. I would rather not be equipped, if you don't mind. Just get rid of that. Nighty-night, ladies. Normal summon. Now we get Reclea. I think I still have a card in the deck to search. So we activate the Reclea. We send off the Woes. That gets us... Yeah, we'll just grab her. And then, since a spell trap was sent, we can summon her back. This gets reset. But she came back. If you control White Forest, special summon. And now we could just make the dog again. But where's the fun in that, chat? It's Opabinia time. Grab Morella. Morella Effect, Chain Canadia. We'll get that level 2 back that we sent off. And also send Transaction Rollback. So we'd get the Wolf, we'd do the double piercing, that might just be game there, I forget what their monster effects, exactly how they work. But if not, we'd also have Transaction in the graveyard with Woes to make the Wolf again, flip them back face down, and Zeus on top of everything. I love Paleo! And the White Forest are such a great addition to it. It plays so differently from like the standard Paleo deck, but still has like all of the pros of that deck. Alright, my wizards and witches, we're back at it again with the White Forest. Going first and trying to rank up into Platinum 3. It's been a long night, and this is probably the last duel of the night, but let's see if we can perhaps make it a fun one to have seen. There we go. No White Forest cards. Also, that's our 5th heads. The heads counter goes up 1. Time to do our best Paleo impression. This is gonna really suck if they have Lightning Storm or Feather Duster, because I can't Traptrick to get the transaction rollback. I really gotta hope they do something. But they're on a 60-card deck. What are the chances they have something like that? Uh-oh. Alright, so just right off the bat, let's do this so they can't make Sarah. Oh. That changes the calculus somewhat. I was not expecting this combo. We got 2 combo decks going on, and I don't mean the normal kind of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh combo. Mixin' and matchin'. Labrynth Traptricks versus White Forest Paleo. Which control trap combo is best? Well, excuse me! Here I thought you were a combo of 2 things that were kind of related, but you have sprites for no reason. Spright Jet? Sure! Why not? Double cross. They crisscrossing. Call him Christopher Cross. Alright. I'm done with this. Go to sleep. No level 2s on your field. You do get to search a trap, which is unfortunate. It means I can't bring back my Canadia. Unless... Yeah, I might as well. I really want to get a monster on board. Give me my Canada. Now, what trap are they going to set? Transaction rollback. They can target my Karma Cannon, the Fiends. Okay, I need to get this on board. We need to get as much stuff on board as possible. No, actually, we probably shouldn't. No, I think we need to get our other engine on board. Get Woes. Yeah, and then we just gotta Woes. Grab this one. Search. Just get more advantage. Oh? Doing it now, eh? To target Traptrick. Okay. Yeah, I'll chain the Canadian to that. Forbidden Droplet. Send that back. I really want this to resolve. And you did not send a monster, so I can chain my monster. Begun the chain wars have. Not my attack. Dimensional barrier. That's bad. But fortunately, I can cook up something they may not be prepared for. Let's get this one just in case. And then this activates. Are they going to immediately dimension barrier? Calling synchro? You're too predictable. Oh no, chat. I can't synchro summon. Whatever will I do? Normal summon. Make Opabinia. Let's see. We'll go ahead and use this effect real quick. Let's grab Morella. Let's Morella. Go ahead and bring this back. We're going to send our own transaction roll back. So we're going to Leoncolia. We're going to put Woes back into the graveyard. Just so we can summon Morella. We're going to activate this. Yeah, let's just get the best starter for next turn. Battle phase. Attack into this. Oh no. Unfortunate. It's time for a mother heckin' Zeus! And let's just clear the board now. I don't want you to have any materials next time. Except, of course, my Paleozoics don't mind. They don't care about Zeus. Zeus does not bother them. The Zeus caboose is on the loose, if you know what I'm saying. Go for Spright Elf. Activate Elf. We're going to bring back LZ. And then because we control LZ, we can special summon the Rukia. End turn. Oh, do you have Nibiru? Did you have Nibiru this whole time? No, it doesn't look like it. Target one Traptrick, special summon it. Okay. End of the main phase. Oh, yeah, that's fine. You want to attack over one of my things? Go right ahead. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just activate the Zeus secret effect if you don't mind. Let's just go ahead and get another transaction rollback on there. Ah, I see. Now's the time. Your woes are upon you. Unless you got Ash Blossom. Actually, if you have Ash, I might be in trouble. Ah, I see. Dimension... Synchro again. Okay, I forgot they could do that. Maybe I am the one who will be experiencing woes. Spright Elf of their own, okay. Yeah, I should have just used it on Karma Cannon. Starter, you don't have very many life points left. Gigantic. Okay, they're locking themselves, so they can't use the Labrynth part of their deck. The question is, what the hell kind of rank and Link 2s do they have in the extra deck? Hyperia. Now they starter. 1,000. Spa. Banish the Zeus. They can't get the transaction because it's attached to Zeus. But we know they have that one Spright trap. I forget what it does. Yeah, I think we need to try to bait this out anyway. Alright, they didn't SP. There it is. Target one monster, attach it, place... Okay. Yeah. We got a tuner in our hand. Okay, so they've stolen our Zeus. See, this can attack all special summoned monsters once each, but if I do, I believe they'll get the Zeus effect. And then they'll be able to activate Zeus, which will put that into my field, but they can also get their own transaction. So I just need to make something that can attack over this. What are they worried about? Baron de Fleur? Oh, buddy. Use the effect? Nah. Battle phase? 1000? A good hard-fought battle, but we know that the duo deck is better than the trio. Ha-cha, cha-cha-cha. And with that, chat, we rank up into Platinum 3. I said it right this time. Yay us. Not since the arrival of Tearlament has such a dark day been visited upon Master Duel. A single set has been released, which contains cards that have completely upended everything about Yu-Gi-Oh! That set, if you don't know, is Dragon's Reincarnation, and it contains a card that is so dastardly the game may not be able to survive. Behold! Interdimensional Matter Forwarder! Everyone knows about this spell and its complete domination of the meta, able to reset your soft ones per turns while also dodging out of back row removal. Is this funny? Is this a funny bit? Do you like that I did that? This is actually a neat card. I would like to see if this could be used somewhere. You can't read it because I'm in the way, but no, it's not actually that. It's the Molcharmy. We got a Molcharmy Fuwalos, which is essentially just Maxx, but again, which would be fine. You know, they retrained Maxx, they gave it a whole bunch of conditions. It's actually been balanced. It has some, like, costs on it to get rid of a lot of the downsides of Maxx. The problem is, they didn't ban Maxx to put this in here, they just put them together. Which means instead of solving the problem of Maxx, you've increased it. You now have another card that can draw into Maxx, be played along Maxx, and just allow, like, things have just gotten even more absurd. At least I've heard they have. I haven't actually played yet since this has been released at the time of recording. This just came out. We got the other Molcharmy too. Some people are talking about these like they're equal. They're like, there's 9 Maxx's. There's not. There's 6. This is the only one close. And again, this is a balanced card. It's only so bad because Maxx can draw into it and this can draw into Maxx. So you effectively have 6 copies. And when something like Tenpai is the best deck in the format, something that can kill you off of 1 card, being able to potentially draw 2 or ensure that like 40% of your duels start with a copy of Maxx or something similar in your hand, it's just absurd. So I'm not looking forward to climbing today. I have a feeling that things are going to be bad. Only time will tell. However, we do have a trick up our sleeve. We do have a little something. If you remember from the previous stream, we were talking about White Forest Paleo as being kind of like a jank version of the deck, something gimmicky we would try out for one day and then probably switch to something better. But not only has this turned out to be a much better version of the deck than I expected, but it's also probably the best equipped to deal with a format full of Maxx and Fuwalos, because it is one of the few decks where if we normal summon and they hit us with a card that stops us from summoning, we can just set 4 pass and make it until the next turn. We have so many traps, and so many of these traps allow us to play on the opponent's turn, that this might actually be really good in this format. And if it's not, we also have White Forest Runick, which has much of the same benefits. You know, it's a deck that doesn't rely on special summoning, but instead has a whole bunch of spell traps, and it uses those instead. So there's a chance that we might just have what it takes to get into Diamond despite hand trap hell. Only time will tell though, so let's go ahead and jump onto the ladder and see if we can get it done. We are going first, but we did not win the coin toss. They made us go first, so Tenpai maybe? More than 40 card. This is not a good hand for Tenpai. Holy fuck. I really don't want to discard the Traptrick. Let's activate this and see what happens. So, I can get the Traptrick back if I make it all the way up. But if they have Ash, then I would just throw this away. I guess we gotta try it. Alright. Let's get our woes. We'll add this one. You. And you. Yubel allows us to get the Traptrick back that we sent. Then we LZ. We can discard this. Summon her. Get another starter for next turn. Draw a free card. For free! That's a pretty decent one. Although it's too late to discard it for anything. Wait, no, we can discard it off of Yubel's. It's very funny. Now the Yubel's thing is extra free. Yeah, we good. This is about as good of a hand as we can build. Yeah, people in chat are like, you could have set rollback and then popped it with Barone. I could have? Oh. I'm so sorry. Sure, do your ancient chant. I thought where I was like, oh, we're gonna fight Tenpai. Tenpai is gonna be here, and it's like Egyptian gods. Vroom vroom. Don't put a third body on board. Good point, I suppose. I guess they could sphere mode me now, and that would be bad. But I think I can still recover from that. If they can, they can't normal summon Ra, though. Feather Duster. I think I like that enough to just Barone it. That does leave me open to Soul Crossing, potentially. Or I guess Dark Hole? Illusion and Synchros can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this, and we do this. Bounce her back. Another one of her. Synchro, yeah. Oh, it's only the synchros. Well, okay. Yeah, we'll get this back, and we'll go ahead and use this. This don't do anything anyway. So we'll get another woes for next turn. The first sarcophagus. They're putting the Phoenix. Let's see what they get here. We know they have Ra. There is a very risky play. It would get rid of most of the rest of what we can do, but it would work. And this is activated. Add one Ra or card that mentions it. Okay, we're gonna try this, chat. We're gonna Traptrick for Oleonades. And then we're just gonna blow up the back row so they can't summon the stuff they just sent. So they've got Ra, and they've got a card that searches a card related to Ra. I don't think that's enough with one monster on board to get anything. No, they're just getting a Guardian Slime. And there we go! It's surprising that You know, the people watching on YouTube didn't see it. We had like a 40-minute duel versus Branded that we lost, but it was this big back and forth against a meta-relevant deck where it's like, man, this shows off a lot of what we could do. It was just too long to include. And then we had an almost equally thrilling but much shorter duel against this. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. That's kind of like Maxx, just with fundamental differences. This is okay. It's not full combo, especially if they have a hand trap of sorts. A beverage of sorts? You think you the drink, bitch? You ain't even the cup! I'm gonna activate this. Toss this. Get this. I guess we get the special summon, even though I don't think we can do it. Yeah, I think it's best with the traps we have and what we have here. We don't have a way. Oh, there's Perulia, or Fuwalos. Although I'm summoning from the hand, so they can't do much here. And see, that's why Fuwalos is good. I actually have a decision now. I didn't get punished just for summoning in general. So I could go Stardust Charge Warrior, draw a card, make Barone. They would get 2 cards. I would get 1 and a negate. I think that's probably worth it. Or I could just set Traptrick Morella and wait. Yeah, I think we're just gonna set 2. As soon as I set a card, they start blinking. They're like, no, 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 come on! Okay, it's just you. They're like, I don't want to interact. I paid so much money for this deck, so I wouldn't have to. Bullshit. They told me Fuwalos would win the game, and they're doing stuff. Yubel activate, and we're just gonna get the tails back. I could also make a level 6 just to draw a card. Do I really care? No, I think I'd rather have the ability to dodge. Okay, so we'll set these 2. End turn. So we've got the ability to go into the wolf during our opponent's turn. We have the ability to make either Barone or Chaos Angel. We can Karma Cannon. And then if all else fails, Rollback can either Karma Cannon again or Woes again. We're pretty good, even though this doesn't look like much. Edge Imp. Okay, I guess we go ahead and activate this now. Just grab that. Race car goes vroom! Triple tack. Are they gonna draw or take? They're taken. That's unfortunate. Okay, taking her. Maybe we should play a level 4 just for cases like this. You know, just in case we want to go into, Herald of Arclight. Get an extra negate in there. Alright, so they're making the Chimera here. That is unfortunate, because I was like, you know, with the threat of Chimera, you pretty much would have to Chaos Angel whatever they normal summon, but because they could take my monster, I can't do that. Yep, Chimera. They only get to pop 1 card, though. Choose wisely. Another one. Alright, they hit the Daruma. Ooh, Chaos Angel. Does that hit the graveyard, too? No, 1 card on the field. Yeah, I might as well activate it. Ash Blossom. That's really rough. Alright, we do this now. Everyone go to sleep. Okay, end phase. We're going to use this now so we can use it again next turn. I think we need to put Reclea back first. And that gives us back the LZ. Liancolia. Let's go ahead and get the other one. We'll send off the tails. Okay, they're Chimera fusioning now. Just making another Chimera. Sure. Pop 2. Let's get a search. Let's put this back on the field. They get to pop 2, draw 1. Get both of those. I still get my woes. That's very cool and all. But I still have another one. Do you have something else to stop this? Yes, you do! It's a super polymerizational! And that, of course, just gets them another Fright for fusion, so they get another poly for next turn. Okay. I still have a normal summon, though, right? Okay, so we activate LZ, send off the woes, summon. We haven't activated the special summon effect of this yet. This gets reset. This gets special summoned. Modern archetypes, everyone! Gas for days! This deck isn't even in, like, the top 10 of decks. And yeah, there we go. Out-resourced, what can I say? They played that very well. But unfortunately, I just had more gas that turn. Alright, one more win and we get to Platinum 2. It's been a long, grindy day, I tell you what. We're still winning more games than we're losing, but oh boy, has it taken a while. I'm not sure if we're gonna make it out of the woods with this one. We do win another coin toss, though. Good, good. We're almost up to 50-50. And behold, you may not like it, but this is what the ideal White Forest hand looks like. We're gonna send woes because it's free and it doesn't reveal anything. And I think at this point, we're getting to the point where, like, you know enough about what the combo does that I don't need to show everything. I think I've already showed that, like, if you get this and it resolves, then it's just like a full combo. So we'll just come back when I'm done comboing. Okay, the question is, will I learn how to use the Black Goat Laughs finally? Also, do we activate it in standby and declare Lava Golem? Just assuming that they're on this. I think we'll hold off. We've played enough mind games to know. This could just be mind games. And if I get punished for it, then I will feel eternal shame. Alright, Fenrir. They thinking about that search. They ain't doing it. Shining Sarcophagus. Cannot be destroyed by monster effects. It can be destroyed by non-monster effects. You ain't shining no more. Typhon? Yeah, we just put everyone to sleep, right? Or do I just let them put Barone back? They'll attack too. Yeah, we just do this. And we'll get our Paleozoic back. Black Goat. Black Goat on the field stops them from summoning. Black Goat in the graveyard stops them from activating monster effects. I only have it on the field at the moment. Heavy Storm. I don't know why you waited. Sure, we'll do this. We're gonna lose it anyway. I don't know why they didn't lead with that. Ash Blossom. Okay, fine. Touché, salesman. But you can't summon anything because you Typhon. Typhon has to be the last thing you do, which is why some people call Typhon the surrender button, but with extra steps. Pretty good in the TCG, but for whatever reason in Master Duel, it's just always like, well, if you're desperate, you can try to summon it, but it don't do a whole lot on its own. But there we go. Got into Platinum 2. What you gonna do? Let's see if we can get all the way up to Platinum 1. Alright, so the deck's not doing too terribly awful. We've still got more wins than losses, but it's having a lot of trouble going second. It seems that adding more Maxx's to the game hasn't stopped the combo decks from being dominant. We're still having to play into big established boards full of monsters, and that's a problem with trap-based decks. So we're gonna throw in Evenly Matched. I think this is the most suitable board breaker for Paleo. If we go second, we can use this to hopefully clear boards or at least get rid of some stuff so that we can set our other traps or start doing our combos. And if we go first, we can always discard it into the graveyard and then activate it with, like, transaction rollback. Rollbacking unevenly when you have 0 cards on board is always funny, makes them banish down to 0. So an entire board wipe, you know, for fun and profit. So we're throwing that in. It's barely a chain, so I'm just going to call this Mark 1.25. Let's jump back on board and see what happens. I don't think we've lost going first yet, he said, jinxing himself. Fuck. That ain't great. Alright. Storm will summon this. They got something. I think we'll get rid of this one. Maxx. My favorite shit. Alright. Who can play through Dinomicious and Woes? No one, that's who. Yeah, you know what? Let's just Dinomicious that before I even have to worry about it. No searching for you. Sure, we'll bring back the Leoncolia. That gives us more synchro options. But it came back. Guess I might as well. Yeah. Guess I might as well. We want this one because we'll get a search. Yeah. Chain block the search. Do I want woes or do... No, I want this one. I don't want to bounce it back because they'll banish it. Oh, Chaos Angel. Thank you.
There he is!
Alright, I think I have the tools to deal with this pretty easily, chat. Do I only have one rank 2? Yeah, that kind of sucks. We're not gonna get the search we want. Is it worth it to get the search? No. Actually, it's not. Okay. Just gonna take the 26. Main phase 2. Zeus it up, baby! It's a Zeus kind of world! Goodbye, field. I felt like that exchange worked out pretty well in my favor. Shuffle that back. We'll activate this because we control one now. Let's draw a card. That's a pretty good one. Put this back. We'll summon this. Nibiru. Last card, Nibiru, eh? Must be nice. Must be nice. Anyway, normal summon a Stellar. Activate the effect. Discard Rise to full height. Get Sylvie. Search woes. You cannot stop me! I am going second. Unfortunate. I would like to not go second. Well, you know, going second with this hand might not be so bad, chat. Gee, Billy, how come your mom gives you 2 evenly matched? This match is gonna be extra even. I just gotta hope they can't make 2 spell trap negates. Goblins? Maybe. Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, oh no. Oh, they're just doing that okay. It's Goblin, says 2 people in chat. It clearly isn't. It appears to be P.U.N.K. And they're just making that so I can't Nibiru them. Because if you don't know, this can technically negate hand traps. The opponent activates an effect, monster effect, detach 2, the effect becomes both players draw a card. It's not great because it gives your opponent a resource to replace the one they just used. But if they only have 1 Nibiru, and the Nibiru's once per turn, that's all you gotta do. It irks the judge in me when someone calls effects like Gossip Shadow a negate. Yeah. It's essentially a negate. It accomplishes the same thing that a negate would, in that it prevents the effect from doing what you intend it to do, but technically it's a redirect. How wide is the forest? Alright, chat, fair enough. It was goblins. I didn't think after all this time that it would be goblins. I thought there's no way. They've activated so many non-goblin cards. This can't possibly lead into Doug Charger. And once again, I don't understand. Like, you know, on the one hand, I guess it's fine, you know? It seems that having 6 Maxx Cs literally doesn't change anything. No one's playing any differently. I'm not seeing them in the ladder. It hasn't affected the meta in the slightest. People still just doing big bungus combos, at least in Platinum. U. For me, this is a U card. Because it's one of those cards where every time you see it, it's like, okay, if you're doing a combo where part of the combo involves putting 2 monsters together to make a monster that summons back another monster that you already used, it's like, okay, you're just doing some big wankery. Big wankery was my nickname in college. I have no idea. People are asking, can they beat double evenly? I don't know. It feels like they're just starting. This is the second Doug. A second Doug has hit the field. And I like how they've like, okay, clearly you've got nothing, so I can detach from the Bamboozler and put it on Utopic Draco. Yeah, from what I've seen, Goblin Bikers is one of those decks where, like, depending on how you pivot, they can make, like, almost anything. Well, if 2 of those are Solemns, they might have us, chat. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, they're just doing it now. They didn't make Pep, they did not. They've got a Utopic Draco Future. They got the Dark Knight Lancer with the Trap in the Graveyard. They've got... I guess they can fusion during my turn? Or synchro? Yeah, so they can make the Fantastic Dragon. Battle phase. End of battle phase. Hello there. Let's make this match a little more even, shall we? Okay, they're immediately synchro summoning. No, they're making Amazing Dragon. They can grab cards back, or they would be able to if this got to resolve before they had to banish everything. Oh, can this only make punks? Oh yeah, they can only make punks. Okay. Do I even activate anything? Yeah, I have to. So what I need to do, we're gonna normal summon this. We are not going to activate the effect. They're going to Maxx because of course they had that in addition to everything else. We're going to activate this. And then we're going to activate this to put the transaction roll back in the graveyard. You can negate it if you want. Ash. Alright, well since they didn't steal my monster, and they used a card from their hand, I'm willing to give them another hand if it means sitting on plan B. Alright, Synchro Ixie deck, what can you do under Bagooska? Oh, I guess they still got the trap in the graveyard. Target one Ixie you control, equip one Ixie from your face-up field to the graveyard. Okay, so it doesn't do anything, they needed the one guy to actually have stuff. When Bagooska's... I had to make sure it wasn't the trap that it... I knew that the full armored engine, like, equipped a monster to another monster. I just wasn't sure if it did that with the trap effect, or if the trap did something and that triggered a monster's effect. Oh yeah, the Goblin Bikers can detach from Bagooska to do stuff. It looks like they're just saying, like, okay, we've got this here. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to send... Yeah, we just get another one in the grave. Sure thing, boss. Do we have anything that can actually stall at the moment? No. Just in case. We're playing the long game, chat. I got a plan. We want Bagooska to get destroyed. We want to have nothing on the field. Question is, they've got 4 cards left in their extra deck. What can do? Battle phase? Sure. I'll take 14. Oh, look at whoa, little old me. What am I gonna do, chat? I can't do a single thing. Oh, you don't want to set some more cards? Okay, we're gonna use this. This time we will send Traptrick. Traptrick can be anything. Can even be Daruma Karma Cannon. We ain't gonna use it here. I need some way to get rid of this. Can't be destroyed by battle. Oh, there's... So, what we're gonna do is go to battle phase. End of battle phase. Activate transaction rollback. Evenly for 0. Please banish everything face down. Thank you. Set this. Judge, lock him up for crimes. Okay, we're gonna get to the White Forest part of the deck. Just you wait and see. Assuming our opponent doesn't immediately surrender to this. It's all about being patient, chat. How many extra deck cards do they have left? 4. I've got 14. I was like, what did I use? I'm like, oh yeah, Bagooska. He saved our ass. Okay, so what we're going to do in the end phase, we're going to transaction rollback. And we're going to do it on Traptrick. They can respond to this. We are going to use Traptrick to banish one woes of the White Forest to set the other one. And then we're going to activate the woes. Maxx, I should have known. So they'll get 1 card in the end phase. They did block us from summoning the Paleo, which sucks. But you got 1 card, I got 2 cards. Unless you drew the other Ash off of that. Ghost Ogre. That is problematic. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Alright, we need a White Forest card. That ain't it, but that still... Okay. Alright, so this isn't the explosive turn that ends the game like I thought it was. But we tried, chat. It wasn't our fault. They Maxx'd into Ghost Ogre. What was I supposed to do? Alright. Grabbing a P.U.N.K card. They had Valor too. I was never getting out of that turn alive. They do have that. No, they're just going to tribute for Ogre Dancer. Give it a bunch of attack. Oh! Battle phase! I'll just Daruma Karma Cannon. And I'll get a Morella back. So we'll do Nighty Night to them. Main phase 2, you could flip up this one. Alright. This time you won't be stopping me. Put the transaction rollback back. Chain the other Morella. We're trying this again. Transaction rollback. Woes. This time we're gonna get the other tuner. Special summon a monster? Yeah, actually. Howdy doody. Activate this. Grab... do I even have any tuners left? We finally got one of our level 2s. Normal summon. Send off that. Grab the last one. We don't even have anything to search. We make the wolf. 'Cause I'm hungry like the wolf. And you know what? Fuck it. Yubel star! Oh, this is before she became a star. She's just Yubel. Let's get Traptrick back. I almost got Woes back, but I was like, I don't think I have enough to do that. Okay. Now, chat, if this is Gren Maju to Aiza, I'm in big trouble. It is not. There we go. It took a while. You had to be patient for it. But in the end, we were able to snuff out a victory. Or not snuff out, choke out? No, that's... We won. That's the important part. Ah, I see. A giant squid. Very tricky, Adrian. Very tricky. Oh, hi there. Welcome to stream number 3. A whole weekend has passed in the intervening time, and I played several duels. Notably, we got into Platinum 1. That's pretty cool. We got several more wins, but unfortunately, that was not off the back of Paleo White Forest. Unfortunately, that version just wasn't working well in Platinum, despite the fact that I think that might actually be one of the strongest builds of White Forest. The problem is, it doesn't do very well against combo decks. Like, it doesn't have a very good going second matchup, even with something like Evenly Matched thrown in. And while those kinds of decks aren't very good in, like, the high levels of Master Duel, because there's so many ways to punish them with hand traps, especially Maxx and now Fuwalos, down in Platinum, they're still doing just fine. There's still tons and tons of them. So we needed to play a more control-oriented deck, something that could do well going second, but can also play under Maxx and Fuwalos itself. So we ended up switching to this build. White Forest Runick. And like every variant I've done of Runick, I went in thinking it wouldn't work very well, missing your battle phase would be a hassle, we'd have to rely on floodgates. But this thing has been surprisingly fun and surprisingly effective. There's so many different ways you can play around stuff. There's so many cool toolbox elements. It really ends up being fun. So this is the one we're going to go with today, and I think we should have no problem earning our way into Diamond off the back of this. As for what it actually does, I mean, you've already seen all of the White Forest plays by now, so I just have to explain the Runick stuff, and I feel like if you don't know Runick by now, you just gotta find another source. I can't explain Runick for like the 5th time. I've played it in Goaty, I've played it in other decks. It's been around for years. You'll figure it out, alright? It uses a bunch of spell traps to do stuff and draw cards. You'll see, you'll see. So let's jump into the ladder, try out our best in Platinum 1, and see if we can earn ourselves to Diamond. Alrighty then, chat. We are one duel away from ranking up into Diamond, and I decided the best route for that was to combine the powers of the top hat and the wizard hat. It's dangerous, Men were not meant to hold power like this, but perhaps I, as a gentleman wizard, have what it takes to rank up. And this is a dang good hand. This is a nice hand. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna activate it. We're gonna special summon a Runick monster from the extra deck. Okay. Dimension barrier. Well, I mean, it's too late, I think. Oh wait, no, they can activate this in response. Do I even try, or do I just wait? Yeah, I'll just wait. See if they do it. Alright. Maybe I should have done it. I would have lost all my stuff, but... Dimension barrier. Calling synchro now? Synchro! I see. Unfortunate, but it won't stop me. Let's get... I think we actually go for a stellar and just go all in. Yeah. Okay, go for a stellar. Drollin lock. That really sucks. But they're using almost everything. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this. We ain't stopping. Fuck it, I'm discarding the flashing fire. We're just gonna get this. You know what? It probably helps to get rid of the Arius. We're gonna IP and Ash and a Dream. And that's all I can do. Show me what you got. Setting a card. Setting 2 cards. Each card more set than the last. That don't help. Getting a spell trap would have been really nice about here. Now, we could go up for... Try Edge and try to draw into a spell trap. That would make this more live. Or we could make one of our level 6 tuners. Then go up into Yubel. If they don't have any way to stop us, we can get back to some of our... No. We're just going to try Edge. We're edging this time. Call me Edge Imp Sabers. Drawing cards. Let's go gambling! Alright. We don't have room for it. But we can now normal summon this. Activate. Send this off. Special summon Sylvie. That brings back this from the graveyard and adds us to the hand, and they surrendered because whatever they had, it was not enough to stop us. Not the most exciting duel, didn't show off what the Runicks did, but you know what? It was enough to get us up into Diamond 5, and that's why we're here at the end of the day, to progress. So we progressed. Yay us. Alright, so the deck's not doing terribly. In fact, we really just had 1 or 2 bad duels. There were these knockdown, drag-out grind fest where we ended up losing after we ran out of resources. And it made me realize we needed to retool the extra deck a little bit. Maybe we needed to add a few more Runick spells in there. And then once we sat down and started talking about it, the people in chat were mentioning Joshua Schmidt's build. So I ended up watching a deck profile for that, and he made some very convincing arguments for some very strange plays. His build specifically doesn't play the Stellar at all, which is weird because this, if you don't know, if you haven't realized by now, is like the 1-card combo. This does like everything. If you start with her and a spell, you can go completely ham with this. The problem, of course, is that she's a level 2 non-tuner, which means if she gets ashed or impermed or veilered and she's stuck on the field, you've committed your normal summon, and even if you have like Runicks, you can't really make anything other than like SP or IP. As opposed to these tuners, where if you normal summon, try to use their effect and they get impermed, then you summon a Runick card and you start making your level 6s and you go from there. So, Josh completely removed her. I still think it's worth playing one. If nothing else, you could summon it off of woes and then get it in rotation so that it keeps coming back over and over again. But that's what we're relegating it to. Something to summon off of this rather than something to use. At this point, Sylvie is going to be our main normal summon. And we're playing 3 woes because that helps us play better around Maxx, the Molt Charmies or whatever. This makes it easier to synchro on the opponent's turn if we happen to get hit by those. And then in addition to that, we're just playing a couple more Runick spells. We're playing the one of Imperm instead of Effect Veiler. Even though that's searchable, we realistically never searched it. We're always going for other stuff, so it just didn't really feel worth it. And then we changed up the extra deck just a little bit. We're still playing Typhon, we've still got SP, but now we've added in a Coral Dragon as another level 6 target, and we've added in a Chen-Ying as another level 10. I'm not sure if we'll be able to make all 3 of these level 10s, because we've only got 1 8, and we really have to use the 8 as a stepping stone to get up into that. But this is also, like, highly recyclable, so we'll see. Maybe we'll end up throwing in more 6s, maybe we'll end up throwing in more Links, but here's the list so far. Let's take it on the ladder and see how it does. Alright, it's a pretty good hand. Got our normal summon. We can destroy some stuff. That's not good. Reasoning. 60 card deck. Traptrick sleeves. I'm gonna say level 1. Definitely Paleo. Okay, we hit the backjack. Unfortunately, they milled 15 cards. They didn't hit, what's it called? Transaction rollback, though, so that's good. Yep. Setting all 3, setting all 3. Making me feel like I gotta pee. Fountain. Okay, let's go ahead and tip them up. I'll add a card. I'll add a card all day. Marella. No, Flashing Fire is one of the few things that can actually get rid of their stuff. There's the T-roll. Do we want to try to mill them out? They've still got a whole 40 card deck. Nah, I think it's clear we just go for destruction for now. Pop one of the back rooms. Alright, we hit their Dragon Maid. No, not yet. I think we're going to go ahead and Sylvie here. Let's draw a card. Another one. Okay, we want to stop them from getting something on board, so let's chain destruction on the 3rd spell. Okay, they can't activate that, so what is it, another transaction rollback? No, Judgment Scales. Alright. Going for the Elemental Burst. Yeah, I think we have to do this now, because I can't if I activate this, then they can burst, and I have no way to summon Hugin to save it. So let's draw 2. Okay, we did get another name. The number of cards your opponent controls. So I don't want to control a whole bunch of cards. I want to kind of even it out. So let's keep it chill. Let's just chill a little bit. Gonna go for this. Yeah, I can stop that, right? No, I can't. Okay, Hugin goes back, but now I can do this. Jerry gets back the fountain. There you go. We're all good, chat. Set one of these. We'll use this, even though we're definitely going to use our battle phase. Okay, they're jacking back. They get nothing. Back jack. We just do this now? I think we do this now. Yeah. They're gonna get a thing. Yeah, we're gonna get a stellar. Just to get it off onto the field. I didn't summon a tuner. I'm an idiot. I'm a buffoon. A Schmeckledorf. I was like, 4 and 6, that's what I want. Okay. So they got the Opabinia, but we have the answer to the Opabinia. You may not be affected by monsters, but you can die! Had 3. I did have 3. Link Karibo, alright. Battle phase, good, good, yes. Take stuff off of my field so you can't use the whatchamacallit. Okay, end phase. We're gonna tip. We're gonna grab Destruction again. Banish 1. I want to be able to recycle this as much as possible. I want to make sure when we activate this, we can put back Tip and this one. Drawn 3 makes me wanna pee. Alright, we're doing pretty good. They get to backjack. Ha ha ha! How unfortunate! There we go! See, I understand the Paleos! I was born into the Paleos, molded by it. You merely adopted them. This was fine. So, a normal summon. Oh, they reading. They're reading Rainbow over here. Looking a book. Okay. Now use this effect. We're gonna send off the woes. Draw a card. I like drawing cards. Now they're reading the trap. Imperm. They really don't want me to have that draw, chat. But it came back. Okay, now we reveal our true power level. Yeah, we just summon. Oh, the Molcharmy we finally meet. And then if we didn't have 2 copies of Woes, we could get another one. But unfortunately, this is once per turn. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really expect to resolve that. Alright, and I think at this point we just pass on this. Let's just activate this in the draw phase. Play around triple tack. And also if they have an Ash, hopefully they'll use it here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not so uh-oh? Okay. Why are they setting cards in the main phase? Duel Links player chat. Spinny. Battle phase? No, I think I'm good. Let's summon... Okay. So we can summon Sylvie. And then we can synchro summon. But we don't have to use the monster we summoned to do that. So we can use Reclea and Hugin to make this. And then Silvera will flip them face down. And this will get us a spell trap for next turn. And then it's going to be a little difficult to link summon with a face down monster. Granted, they might be able to do some spinny stuff. Salamangreat is one of those decks that I never learned when they were meta. And then they were never important, so I still to this day have no idea what they actually do. Do we want to use this now? No. We're good. Ooh, and see, that's where you like to see this. When you've already got an established field. Normal summon. Activate. Send off the woes. Go ahead, imperm me, I don't care. Veiler, sure. So do that. We're gonna get our woes back. Yay, woes. Go up into Yubel. The Queen! And she's just gonna reach down daintily into my graveyard and pull the Runick tip back out. I'll be taking that, thank you. Oh, walking around think you can imperm me, do ya? First of all, no, I'm gonna be summoning a tuner. Oh, I have to, well, that, okay, I shouldn't have done that. And then we're gonna dodge out of that. Okay. So she comes back. What do we get? I think we do Coral Dragon. So, Coral Dragon, because we don't have the battle phase. Oh yeah, and she comes back. Yay. Advantage City, baby! Come on down to Advantage City, home of challenge pissing. I could discard the tip to blow up the back row. I think I'd rather keep the tip because what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these two to make Spa. And Spa is just gonna get rid of the Gazelle. Get banished. Wait, did I not do the Coral Dragon thing? I wanted to draw with Coral Dragon. Oops. Okay. And then we try Edge. Free cards! That don't help. Do we just really blow up the back row and just, like, tell them they gotta have it? Yeah, I think we do. We just tip. We add Destruction. Ooh, that would have been a nice top deck. We get rid of this last pesky back row. Ah. That is unfortunate. Jaguar! We're fine, we're fine. Shovel this back. Let's make bar on the floor? Wait, okay. We're making Chen-Ying, chat. I have a plan. Make Chen-Ying, set, battle phase, which is skipped. And you may be like, Joe, how are you going to activate the Chen-Ying? What are we going to do here? Activate Crossout Designator. Banish, I don't know, Imperm. Did a card just get banished? Let's get you and you. Oh, I gotta select them one at a time. It don't matter, they knew. Get all the Salamangreats out of there. The rare tech use of Crossout Designator. Doesn't matter what I'm banishing, you are the one who will be banished. Ah, I see. Anarchism. Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the ladder climb. As you can see, we're on stream number 4, the official halfway point. 3 streams lay behind us, 3 streams lay ahead. And so far, we're still kind of hard stuck on a Diamond 5. You know, the Runick variant was very fun. It helped us get up into Diamond really easily. But as soon as we got there, we kind of got hard stuck. Because for whatever reason, this rank is just full of Yubel decks. Or at least that's what we encountered a lot of. And the way to beat them is spell trap removal. Which, thanks to the Runick bans on Master Duel, Runick doesn't have access to very easily. They have one card that deals with back row, and it's at 1. So, we decided to pivot off of it. I was thinking about going back to the Paleo build. I think that one would work a lot better. But, for the sake of the show, for the sake of entertainment, I decided that we would go ahead and show off a new build, something we haven't done before. White Forest Toy Box. Probably the most effective build of White Forest, other than the Cenutirion build, but that's like 90% a Cenutirion deck. I don't think we'll be playing that because it barely uses White Forest. This is still very clearly a White Forest deck, and it makes use of these Toy Box cards, specifically Toy Soldier and also Toy Tank. If you're unfamiliar with these are monsters that you can set in the back row. and if they're sent from the back row to the graveyard, then they summon themselves. So you set them, and then you can use them as the White Forest ammo. You know, you send them off, they come back, now you can synchro summon, and they also do stuff when they're summoned. Toy Soldier searches the toy box, which in addition to just being another discardable spell potentially, also sets 2 toy cards from your deck. It's deck, graveyard, or hand, I believe. So no matter where they are, you're always getting them back. Really helps with deck thinning. It also has like a battle protection effect, which is sometimes useful. And then if you already have Toy Box and you summon Toy Soldier, instead of searching it can search any light level 4 monster. Has to be exactly level 4, but I mean, all our tuners are level 4, so we could summon those. We can also get Thunder King Ryo. Shoutouts to Master Duel Central, their version of the deck showed me this tech, which is very funny. Oftentimes, if you open with this, you can search out Thunder King Ryo, and then the tank lets you special summon it from your hand. So you can end on a whole bunch of like White Forest synchro shenanigans, and also just a mistake that can like negate their summons. Just pretty neat. This version of the deck in particular is known for having a whole bunch of options, a whole bunch of one-ofs that people run, because there's a lot of little synergies that I haven't really mentioned. Like, for example, Reclea can't just search White Forest cards, they can also add light spellcasters. So you can get Effect Veiler, some people play the Irish Sword Soul, there's a couple other options there as well. And because you're into synchros, a lot of people will play like, there's a Manadium card that searches a counter trap. I opted not to go for that. Instead, we're playing Dragoon, baby. It's legal in Master Duel. I've yet to play it. And this has a really neat way you can make it, which I'll show off soon. It's basically, you make Muddy Mud Dragon. That goes into Albion. That goes into Dragoon. You'll see it once we get into it. It's like one of our common plays. And then in addition to that, we're also trying the new Silhouette Rabbit. If you don't know, this searches a trap that is treated as a monster when it's summoned. And our target for that is Azaroon, which is another summon negate. So we've got a lot of options. If this version doesn't end up working out very well, we can kind of tweak it and switch some things around. And if it really doesn't work, if we run into like a whole lot of Fuwalos and Maxx where all this summon spamming isn't going to be effective, we can always go back to the Paleo version. But at least we're trying it out. This is Mark 4 of White Forest, jumping onto the ladder. Let's get it done. Alright, we're going first, which is what you want to do with this deck. It's not nearly as good at going second as a lot of the other builds. At least I don't think it is, because it's one of those going second strategies where the plan is to just have so much extension that your opponent can't do anything. Oh, so they've got Maxx or Fuwalos like right here already. So let's go ahead, we're going to start with reinforcements of the army, just see if we can bait out like an Ash or something. We don't need this, it just searches Toy Soldier, but Toy Soldier gets like so much of your stuff done. So we're going to set this into the back row, very important. I'm really tempted because I know they have something in their hand of just like normal summoning like Thunder King Ryo and being like your move, but I don't think that's the play here. So we're gonna normal summon this, and we're gonna use the effect. We're going to send off the Toy Soldier and try to summon. Yep, there's the Fuwalos. Let's go ahead and get Sylvie. They get their 1. Fortunately, again, Fuwalos, kind of balanced. It only adds if we summon from the deck or extra deck. So this Toy Soldier coming out of the graveyard doesn't get them a search. So we get the Toy Soldier. Sylvie will get us Woes. And then when the Toy Soldier is summoned, we can get the Toy Box. We're gonna activate the Toy Box. We're gonna use that effect. We're gonna deck thin. We're gonna pick another Toy Soldier. We're gonna pick a Toy Tank. Yeah, I think we're gonna give them 1 more to get a search in here. I don't want to go through the Dragoon line because that gives them like 3 searches. Instead, we'll just Reclea. We'll Reclea. I'm gonna use this. Yeah, again, this would be one where, like, if we send off Toy Tank, it would summon itself, and then we could summon the Thunder King Ryo. Oh, wait. Yeah, that doesn't summon from the deck. We could just do that for free. Hold up. See, I like Fuwalos. Fuwalos is just very neat. I think we want to diversify just in case they have, like, back row. So let's search Effect Veiler. So we're getting Effect Veiler. Tank summons out of the graveyard. Tank effect. Tribute itself off. Summon the Thunder King from the hand. And then we set this. So we've got our quick effect synchro, we've got stuff in the graveyard, this is a battle effect, and we have Effect Veiler, plus they can't add to their hand, and if they try to make a extra deck play, we can potentially negate it. And unlike Maxx, they didn't draw 5 cards from that, they just drew 2. Which, again, that's why Fuwalos is actually like a balanced card. Rather than just shutting me off of playing entirely, it made me have to make decisions about where I want to summon from and what kind of plays I want to make. Ooh, I see. Phantom Knights. I haven't seen those in a while. Alright, they're going for E-Telly. E. Xiamen. 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 I hope you like Yamen too. Yep, you cannot add from your deck to your hand. Okay, they've normal summoned. So, I think what we want to do... Woe's here. What do I have in the graveyard? Nothing really... yeah, I think we still want to save... Yeah, we're just going to save it. Okay, they didn't do... Yeah, I was trying to think... I could have bounced the Reclaya in the graveyard to get a level 4 tuner, get a non-tuner, and make the wolf to flip everything face down. Or I could have gone into, what's her name? Yubel, the level 8, with the tuner I already had, and then used her effect to summon the wolf as soon as they activated anything. But there wasn't a guarantee that they were going to activate anything, so I was just going to go into the wolf and just do things there. But they surrendered beforehand, so there you go. We did it. Go us. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, here we are, knocking on the door to Diamond 4. For like the 3rd time. We've been here a lot, we keep going up, and then we get knocked back down again. Last time, we drew a terrible, awful, no good, very bad hand. This time, we have Maxx, which might be useful, except they've got Shoutout fusion, so who knows. We're against Scout from Team Fortress 2.
Yo, what's up?
If you were from where he was from, you'll be fucking dead. My Maxx is not going to be of much use here. So we're going to set this in the back row. We're going to Toy Box. And we're going to use it to blow it up. Pop, pop. Watch them motherfuckers drop. Then it gets to summon, unless this is called by. It's called by. Alright, we'll call it a draw. Nothing. Come on, White Forest. Not you! God, I hate this spell. Why can't it just search stuff? Okay, so I could give up my Imperm to, like, do stuff. Because I can use these to set the 2 cards. But then I would give up my Imperm, and most likely, I think if they would pass on a called by, it's because they probably have Maxx or Fuwalos in their hand. And if that's the case, I don't want to give them potentially 2 draws. So I'll just wait until next turn. Huh. I guess we Maxx here. Alright, that explains something they had. Fucking Imperm Baka, right? I don't know. When I control this fusion, the activated effects of Melodius fusions can't be negated. You can imperm Baka. It looks like the activated effects are... Yes, you can. Yes, imperm. Alright, Chad, I'll trust you. Okay, I didn't think it would work that way. I guess it negates the effect that says they can't be negated. And then they are negated. Fuwalos. That's what I thought. Spa! I'm gonna banish my toy box so I can't destroy stuff. You know, that would be very effective. Uh-oh. They're extending. Alright. Not even attacking. You know what my back rows are. That's a pretty good one. See, I'm glad I saved it now. Heavy Storm. Although if they have another Fuwalos, they could chain this and then they have nothing at resolution. Summon these two. Tagging out now. Let's get this. Let's get this. Searchy, searchy. Yep, there's the Fuwalos. Toy box. The thing is it worth it looking at their hand? Yeah, maybe look at their hand after we do a couple things. Because they're going to draw a couple off of this. Get a card. Get a card. Let's make one thing, chat. Because we can end on 2 negates and then hand rip. Let's send off Woes. Yeah, Scourge. Probably the better of the two. And then these are just free. Battle phase. Going for 15. Going for 25. Going for 1,000. Let's hit him with the spicy hand rip. Uh-oh. Actually, that's fine. We'll take one Ostinato. We'll set this. They can't Ostinato. Oh, yeah, they'll control monsters. Good point. Just trying to clear off. Now they can't clear everything off. Hold up. Yeah, let's just do this. Like, even if they use SP, they can only get one of these off. Granted, I guess they could get both of these. Banish them until the end phase. No, they're picking themselves. Ooh, that does... No, it doesn't. We're fine. We'll just get a tuner on this way. Touché, salesman. Alright. There is another way to do this. They're tagging that out. We can't get to a... Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, we could just make, what's her name? The Live-Bel, and then that can summon the wolf that flips everything face down as soon as they activate anything else. And they would still have to activate or summon something else to, like, get going. But I think they knew they were screwed. So, you know, in the Battle of the Bricks, White Forest beats Melodius, and we finally rank up. In fact, let's see that sweet rank up animation. Oh. Yeah, pure Melodius. I used to play Melodius back, like, before they even got their link, and I really liked it. But the Discord patrons have not allowed me to play it this time. Oh? A mirror match, perhaps? Let's see what they got. Royal Tank. Alright, Diabell Star. Some people have told me that perhaps I could use that in the deck. I just realized I'm a little bigger than normal. Let's just shrink me down, shall we? And they're setting the wanted. Hey, there's Sylvie. A stellar. Yep, unfortunately, they just got like everything. So let's see what they end on, chat. They might have too much for us to play through, especially since we opened this Balatro-ass hand. IP! Alright, so they just ended on the Counter Trap, Woes, and IP. Plus whatever they've got in hand. Just in time, buddy! Just in time! Actually, that might not be too bad with this. So the problem is, if I normal summon this, they know that they just have to negate and destroy. That's what the Counter Trap does. And then if I have other extenders in my hand, I can't use them. If I don't activate the effect, they won't get the Counter Trap, but if they activate Woes or something, I'm screwed. But then I could special summon Rukia, and Rukia could get the Toy Soldier. I think I just have to try it. We're not using the effect. Make them think a little bit. Go Rukia. We got a Maxx here. We're gonna get at least one draw. They can fire off everything else and get, like, basically avoid two. Oh, or they could just have the Ash. Son of a bitch. Spa! Yeah, they just saw immediately what I was doing, and unfortunately I opened 3 of a kind, so there's just not much I can do. This deck already has a problem going second, potentially. Like, if it's better at going first than it is second, so if it's facing a copy of itself, whoever goes first is going to have an advantage, and when you draw 3 of the same card and it's not an extender, you're just not gonna have a good time. But let's take a moment to look at what they did. Look at what they got. So they're just playing 2 Toy Soldier, 2 Droll, 1 Veiler, 1 Crow. Only 2 of these, which is interesting for this variant, and only 2 of these. But instead they're playing the Diabell. Lots of 2-ofs in here. Weird budgety version. But almost exactly the same as ours. They're just playing this to go into this instead of the Silhouette, Rabbit, and more hand traps, less engine pieces. But, you know, they didn't brick on 3 copy of Sylvie, so I guess it worked out for them. Another one. Yeah, I really do need to add a Raigeki into here. I don't know why I don't have one. Let's use this. Judgment. Is this activate once per turn or use once per turn? Activate. So if the activation was negated... Alright, you got a second one, big boy? Because I do. Let's get the Feather Duster. Let's get rid of the other back row. Good, good. I'm glad we hit that. That's a nice big Fenrir. That's mine now. Banishing yourself? Okay. I'll take the Fenrir then. We'll get a Toy Soldier. We'll set this in the back row. Real LZ hours. Good game. Alright, so the deck's still doing pretty decently, but as you saw from that last duel, we really needed to add one card in, and that's a Raigeki that we can get off our triple tactics talent. I went ahead and took out the Harpy's Feather Duster because we haven't run into Yubel all day. We were playing that and Heavy Storm just to counter that deck. And I think the Heavy Storm is actually better in this version of the deck, simply because if we get like Heavy and a Toy Soldier, we can actually get rid of their back row while getting our plays started at the same time. So this actually has dual utility, whereas Feather Duster is just removal. So it's a very small change. I'm just calling this 4.1. Let's get back on the ladder. I had diagnosed them with a case of bad branded player. Unfortunately, a terminal disease. Alright. I do not have any White Forest cards. This is unfortunate. Toy box. Please activate Maxx here. Like, get startled and confused as to about what I'm doing. Set another card? Yeah, and I'm gonna set it over here. And then I'm gonna give him the old truffle shuffle. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Yeah, what do you think about that? Anyway, Thunder King Ryo. I hope your deck doesn't like to search. Also that you don't have Imperm, because that would kill me. Your move, holy man. I didn't open with the half of my deck that does stuff. Ah, I see. I could just negate this, right? Do I want to, though? No. End of the main phase? Yeah, which could affect me. You shall not banish me, Fenrir! Go ahead, attack me. See what happens. Oh, they going for it. Okay. Toy box. Destroy this man. Bring out my tank. Ka-chunk. Ryo stands! And look at how happy the tank is. He's got little happy eyes. He's all like, Alright, so they've got Birth. They can bring back the Fenrir. Still can't search, though. Setting a card. 2 cards. 3 cards. Another one. I think we just do the Tornado Dragon, chat. I think this is where Tornado Dragon becomes useful. Solemn judgment on the Tornado Dragon. They were spooked. They didn't know what was going on. We'll use Toy Box. Now they get to banish cards from our... They're like, get that Thunder King Ryo out of here. Then we hit him with the second Toy Box, and we use it to destroy these 2. And then we summon both of them things. 1 tank. 1 soldier. And we use this effect to get a search. They do get to banish a card. Oh no, chat. Not my cards. What did they pick? Toy box? I have 2 of them. You're not afraid of the monsters at all? Let's get this. And then let's hit him with the thrust. We just need to blow up the rest of the back row. This is the one time when the Heavy Storm kind of sucks. But I think it's worth it to clear everything, especially since they already used the Baguska. Or not the Baguska, the Fenrir. That was the right call to make. Alright, let's normal summon Sylvie. Is the last card in your hand Ash or Valor? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we need to get Woes on board. We don't get to add a spell back. Battle phase. Okay, and what is this? Fossil Dyna! Uh-oh! I'm in danger! I didn't think this was stun. I thought this was Kashtira. Solemn Judgment. Some people in chat are saying, well, they had Solemn Judgment. That's a sign that they're on stun. A lot of people are playing Solemns to stop the Tenpai. Fuck. We also still have our Raigeki. But we know they're on Solemn, so they might have more than one. Well, speak of the devil. Macrocosmos. Okay, please don't have this also be Solemn. Alright, and now it's banished. We could summon this back. Let's go to battle. See if they've got a Mirror Force or something. Woes. Whoa there, partner. What? What? Ah, okay, that was an ordeal. They had something they could activate. I wonder what the hell it was. Equal parts, it would seem. It's... yeah, you know, I am right. It really was more of a Kashtira build. Like, they're playing macro, but that's not too unusual. It's the skill drain, the anti-spell, the Tikaboo, and the 3 Solemns. And then they just had 1 Fossil Dyna and 1 Curry Photon. Pay 2,000, you take no damage this... I wonder if that was what they had. It had to be like that or the DD Crow. What was their set card? Imperm, maybe? Yeah, it could have easily been an Imperm, which actually would have saved them because my attack would have been lowered. Could also have been Cross-Out Designator. Alright, chat, we're going into the White Woods with this one. And we did not win the coin toss. Unfortunate. I mean, we haven't lost every duel where we go second, but it certainly doesn't help. Well, let's see what our opponent has to do as I try to get this hat arranged in a way that... There we go. Now I'm like a hat samurai. Okay, we got Maxx. We got a pretty decent hand, although you don't want to see 2 of a kind. 60 card deck. I'm sorry, 59 card deck. They're ghostly. They're riding in on their horse. Will they be able to defeat us? I say nay. Because we're on a horse. Oh, popular. How retro. Alright, they have committed to a summon. They have 59 cards. What are the chances they drew something that stops maximum C? 0%. Wait, is Ghost in chat? Hey, Hardleg, I'm oh, there he is. Karma Cannon. Alright. Karma, 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 chameleon. Alright, I don't have a good screen blind, chat. We're just putting the Legend of Lefty logo up here. Hopefully they can't see this, and also hopefully you'll watch the Legend of Lefty when it comes out. It'll be out by the time this goes out. You fucking what, mate? Ninjutsu tool. Alright, let's normal summon this. Trust me, there's a monster behind there. And then we'll activate... What's this called? Tails? I so rarely activate this. It's usually just a thing that I do, but... We need to get LZ. Activate. Send off the toy soldier. Bit by bit, torn apart. The war goes on, but the war, it never stops. Like a toy soldier. I think we actually go for this one. Okay, so the toy comes back. We're playing Toontown now. We know they've got Daruma Karma Cannon and a mystery card that could be anything. Probably not Imperm, because I feel like they would have activated it already. Unless they were trying to metagame. I don't know if they're actually watching my hand or not. They are summoning? Okay. I think they realized that giving me the Maxx was a problem. Okay, they're Karma Cannoning now. Let's toy box. We'll get another soldier. They can't see. Maybe they can't see. I have no idea. This logo is not great and I can't seem to rotate it. But that's fine. I'll set 2 cards over here where they can't see them. Ninjutsu Art Notebook. So they are on a ninja package. It's not just the Iron Digger. The logo's sick. Well, thank you. I quite like it. But it's not good for being like a blind, but it's the only PNG I had on hand. Flip summon. Flip summon. I think we Maxx here, because we did draw a second one. You are just eternally playing under Maxx. I'm sorry. That's the way we wash our hands. Silver Shamrock. Green Ninja. Ah, bird, pterodactyl. Alright, Mizen says hello. Oh, they played 2 of the Iron Digger. So now they can attack directly. Banish 1 ninja, destroy a card. Damn. I wanted that one. Bottle phase! Yeah, I think I need to get rid of this one now. Ooh, I could send any card. I do need to send the soldier, though. That does trigger the Mizen, so he gets to summon out of the deck if he wants to. You get a monster, I get a monster. We both get monsters. Ooh, I see. We get our toy soldier. They get to set. They're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. They're gonna green ninja. We're going to woes. Whoa! Special summon. Make Yubel. She has big attack and doesn't afraid of anything. They will attack us directly. Ouch my most of me. Summoning a dude. That dude will activate an effect. Trying to get rid of the toy tank. Yubel will chain. You can't fire me, I quit. You want to be face down, do you, ninjas? Here, be all the face downs. She's like, I just got face up! Alright, and I think that's probably game, chat. Mostly because I have every card known to man. But also we could just go into, like, Rukia. Sure. I'll search another card. Why not? Effect Veiler? I like Effect Veiler. Okay, let's just go to the battle and do double piercing. I believe this is my Maxx that you stole. So that's a lot of damage. This is Mizen, which has no effect when flipped. And double piercing. Okay, there we did it. It wasn't the most exciting duel. I'm not sure if they actually were stream sniping. They just came in and say hi, but it was an interesting deck. It's not often you see 60 card ninjas. I'm always a fan of ninjas. Fortunately, the double Maxx's, I think that's a good example. I think even if they were like stream sniping, I just had so much advantage. There was just so little they could do. And that's why we want to ban Maxx. But either way, a nice time. We get to rank up into Diamond 3. And of course, it gives me a chance to tell you to check out my comedy audiobook, The Legend of Lefty. Part 1 of which should already be on the channel. Maybe it did really well. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing it. Either way, couldn't hurt to tell you go check it out some more. I would appreciate it. I put like years of work into that. I think it's pretty good. Uh-oh. I don't want to rank down. It helps that I can win a coin toss from time to time. God damn it. Thunder King Ryo pass. And then we've got 2 Ash Blossoms, which literally can't be activated with Thunder King Ryo because I can't add anyway. Okay, now they can. Unless... might as well. What else are we going to use it on? They just had everything, chat. They had everything, and we had nothing. Brother, I am ill. Oh, there's still a chance. Do you have Called By also? Hey! We live! LZ with no fucking spell traps. And we don't have any level 7s. If only this got an effect when it was normal summoned. We just gotta punch and hold. Ryo will simply carry. I got you on the 5-turn clock. Okay. We need a good draw. Toy Box, Sylvie. Well, that is a wait. I can't add, so I can't activate it with Thunder King Ryo on the field. I could link it off with Ash Blossom, but they almost certainly have Maxx or Fuwalos. I think we just go to battle. Set! Okay. Come on. I think we can win this. Normal summon. We're gonna link off into Silohat. We're gonna get ourselves a trap. That should help. Now we can LZ. If they have a hand trap, I think this wins us the game. Yeah, let's take the big risk. They don't have it. I normal summoned this turn. I need the special. And then we go into... Yes! Oh, I thought we were so doomed! And yet, Thunder King Ryo held the line! He stood there, menacingly! Terrorism? Very daring, Mr. Clancy. Very daring indeed. Oh, well, hello there. Welcome back. We're on stream number 5, if you haven't noticed, almost near the end. I did manage to play a little bit over the weekend, and it was not good. We're also in Diamond 4, if you haven't noticed. We got knocked down a rank because the toy box version just was not working. Not only is it woefully bad if it goes second, which we did lose a lot of coin tosses, but even if it goes first, it is very vulnerable to every hand trap alive, and especially Maxx. I don't know if it was just my luck, but it felt like I got hit by Maxx like every single duel, and I had no recourse for it. And a deck that just works on mostly special summoning can't do anything. So we have changed up what deck we're playing once more, which means going back to the Paleo build. I think this one is the best to work against the meta. I think we're high enough that we can bring this back out and see how it works, although we have changed it up a little bit. Most notably, we're now playing 3 of the, I forget her name, but she, like, sends a spell trap off to draw. I'm realizing that ending with any tuner on board, even if it just tosses a trap into the graveyard, is still pretty good for this deck with how many traps that it has. And also we've thrown in the, what's it called? The Melodium guy, where's he at? There we go. We've got the Melodium guy. If you don't know, this is a synchro that can be made with 2 tuners, and it's a level 8. So if we get stuck with 2 tuners on the field, we can make this guy. He doesn't really do a whole lot, but he does search this counter trap, which can be activated with any synchro on board and negates anything. So it gives us something to do if we get stuck with 2 level 4s. It gives us the ability to make a counter trap going first if we don't get hand trapped. And even if we happen to draw this, as long as we can make any synchro, we can make this live. Puts us on 42 cards, but again, we don't have to worry as much about Maxx with this deck. If we summon something and they stop us, assuming we have a couple traps, we can usually set stuff and just play during the opponent's turn. And of course, we're still on 3 evenly matched, so he can do pretty well going second. So this is not version 1.5. One second, let me fix that. This is just version 5. Let's jump in, see how it does. And that's it. I don't know why I phrased it that way. That's the problem with improvised shows like this. You know, I just kind of do the things. I guess I could do another take, but I ain't. Where's my hat? Okay. The Gentleman Wizard returns. It's fine. I found the hat just in time, and we're going first. Hopefully, we can rank back up into Diamond 3, and then just have a huge long win streak. Just win streak all over the place. You wouldn't believe the kind of streaks I'm winning. That is a hand. Okay, we have to get rid of a Morella, but it's probably worth it. Alright, let's try it. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Haveness. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I guess I am going to be having this. And in perm. The worst of both worlds. Except, I can activate the Morella in response to the in-perm. You fool. You absolute Schmeckeldorf. It's free. And now we just gotta hope they don't mill anything good. I mean, Fairy Tale Snow is good, but you have to give up a lot. Like your entire hand? I'm not sure if you want to be doing that. Oh, and this is a quick effect too. Because of course you milled a Kashtira. Trick Clown, alright. Everyone likes the tricky clown.
No, they don't.
Let's activate this in attack mode, because I'm not afraid to die. And now they're going to use their entire graveyard plus their hand to flip my tuner face down. Well, they're paying a lot. I mean, no matter what they flip down, I still have plays. Thanks to the Paleozoic part of the deck. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Paleozoic Opabinia at your service. Okay. So we're going to detach this. Fuck it, we're just gonna grab another Morella. This isn't once per turn. Yeah. Activate. And then we're gonna chain the other Morella again. We're gonna send off transaction rollback. Yeah, okay, we're going for this. Under my own Morella, Ella. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna send Woes. Woes! And Maybe a little bit extreme, but we're going to activate this on woes. We're going to summon Sylvie. And we're not going to use the effect. Because that means Sylvie will be able to search the other woes. 2 woes. Whoa.
Yeah!
Go and activate that effect if you don't mind. We'll get this. This will come back. What do we have? Another Morella. That's okay. Activate LZ. We've already used everything. Yeah, we don't have anything to search, so we just grab her. This goes back onto the field. Oh, we could make a lot of stuff. We could even cook an egg. We go for Yubel. We grab back the Morella, so we could send another transaction rollback. And since it was made with an extra deck, we could banish their snow. And there you go! The power of Paleos! Which I really love. You know, when I describe Paleo White Forest to most people, they think that it's going to just be a trap deck that sits on stuff. And as you can see, Paleo clearly enables some crazy combos even on the first turn. Just neat stuff. And that neat stuff has bumped us up into Diamond 3. Yay us. Let's hope we can keep it going. Alright, we win another coin toss. Whenever we win a coin toss, we have a huge advantage. This is a deck that loves to be going first. Although, just like with that previous mirror match, this is very much a... Okay, if you have a hand trap, I'm dead, so don't use a hand trap. They got something. I'm gonna get Maxx seed. Let's send this off. That ain't Maxx C. But it's like Maxx C. Oh, don't tell me you got Maxx C too. Both of them things? Johnny, you got 2 of them things! It's times like these, I wish I had enough that I could just like deck them out, but I don't think I could summon that many times. Imperm. They would only get 1 draw off of this. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty confident with what we got. That puts them down. They have to have drawn something to deal with both of these. And basically, because I've got both of these, unless they have Ash, I can Daruma them twice. And that's just kind of how we have to do it. Oh, okay. Well, there you go, chat. That's how you beat Maxx C Fuwalos. Your opponent surrenders because they didn't get an easy win. What? I don't start the duel with 10 cards in my hand? Alright, we're going second. But we could make this a little more evenly matched, chat. Kashtira. Okay. That does suck. But if all you have is Ogre... Gen and Ken? Okay. And then they banish the unicorn. Hi there. I got quite a few things. Sure. What did they ban? Oleanades. So you saw that I had a starter, Karma Cannon, transaction rollback, and you're like, nah, don't be popping my back row. That shit's spooky. Okay, there goes a transaction rollback. And the Stellar. So, what's my next draw gonna be? I mean, they took this. I don't know if they took the 3rd one or the 5th one. But my next draw might be another evenly matched. Yeah. I mean, if you insist, I mean, whatever you want, buddy, go right ahead. Banish 3? From me or you? From me. Oh, there's my other Karma Cannon. Okay, so once returned to the end of the battle phase, return this card from the field to the hand. So if I'm doing this right, battle phase, end of the battle phase, this resolves, and now I can evenly. And you knew I had this. You gave it to me. They're like, okay, I could see that your 4th card is evenly. Let me banish the 3rd one, and then the other top 3 from your deck, so that you will be guaranteed to get that. Okay. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay. Some people just be a little silly. Alright, the win streak continues. We're going on up into Diamond 2. We get to go first. I don't think we lost a single duel in Diamond 3. Just gotta hope we can keep up that streak. Can't get lazy now. Gotta be iron focused. Use the wisdom of the wizard and the intelligence of the top hat. Okay. Let's start with this. See if this baits out like an Ash. Maybe I should always lead with this just in case of Imperm. Okay, they're Maxxing here. Saxophone, thank you for the 24 months of subs. Do I really want to give them another draw? I got Dinomicious, nothing beats that. Plus Woes. I just gotta hope they don't have like back row removal. What do we keep in the hand? It's gotta be the Oleanades. Okay. We'll just let them maxi for no reason. Oh, you want to add a Kashtira monster? Yeah, I think we'll say no to that. I like to Dinomicious from time to time. And then if they have a Kashtira, we just flip it face down. But they don't appear to have one. Oh, they do. Well, I mean, you're getting flipped face down. Can't let you be searching another field spell. And let's bring this back. Okay, end phase, we're going to Woes again. Oh, not again, but for the first time. Do you have an Ash there, buddy? Okay, they do have the Ash. So it's not going to be completely free. Oh, we have a lot of choices here, chat. We could normal summon this and make the Oleanades. Sure, I'll bring this back. Okay, now we don't have to. Thanks for activating a trap, buddy. Let's just make another Oleanades. Or Opabinia. Hi there. We'll get rid of one. And we'll search another copy. Hi there. Yeah, we'll activate that. I don't want to have to deal with Macrocosmos. And also, let me bring back my Canadian. It's very important. Yeah, get out of here. You can't floodgate me, buddy! I was born with the floodgates! I've got too many different things that I can do! Was that just more? Oh yeah, it was a rank up. I was wondering why my head was so heavy, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you put the hat on when you rank up, Joe. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. The voices in my head are very kind sometimes. Let's see what Joey was on, by the way. Yeah, it's just more Kashtira. Why is Kashtira so popular? I don't know, and I don't really care all that much, because it works out for me. The Gentleman Wizard strikes again, coming forth to see if they can go into Diamond 1. We're going first. We add another counter to our heads counter. Will we have what it takes to make? It really depends on what our hand is. That's not great. but it's not terrible either. Okay, we're gonna start with this because we really need to make our way into something. See what happens. Ashed. Unfortunate. Okay, but they already used Ash, so unless they have like a Maxx 2, I think we use this with the understanding that we'll be able to get back to Diabell Star and grab this back. It's a bit risky, but we're gonna try it. I think Droll also kills us in half, because then we wouldn't be able to search, and we do need to search. I already normal summoned. I don't know why I didn't think I normal summoned. Okay, mistakes were definitely made. I think this still at least gets us back to what we were doing. Yeah, I don't know how I messed that up. Reclea with 0 effect. Fuck, do I even want the Morella? Yeah. Okay, there was absolutely a better way to play that, and I completely mucked it up. We not looking good, chat. Maxx. Okay. Future Silence. Add 1 monster if you activated this during the battle phase. Okay. Shining Sarc we might be able to beat, but it is Diamond 1 Shining Sarc. Or Diamond 2, so they probably know what they're doing. Okay, they got the Snarkophagus. He's like, whoa. Gonna pay half your life points? Alright. Half the life points down, chat. They had the second Ash. I'm in danger. Hold up. Let me read this again. Destroy as many other cards on the field. And if you do, banish them, then special summon. Which one is it? It's Reclea, right? Yeah. So we do this. It sucks because we're going to give them 2 draws, but it's the only way to play around the fact that they had this. So Reclea goes out. This goes here. She summons Reclea. I can no longer be destroyed. So you get 300 attack instead of a lot of attack, and I retain all my monsters. Yeah, and then we're just gonna do this one, because we don't want to give them another summon. Well, we will add this to hand, just for fun and profit. Alright! Not quite what I was expecting out of the Diamond 2 rank-up duel, but you know what? If they don't want to deal with what we've got, then that's fine. I feel like we played that pretty smartly. We did some neat stuff, and we rank up into Diamond 1. Keep opening with this. We try for it. 60 card deck. What are the chances they drew hand traps, chat? 100%. We make Reclea. We activate the effect. Send this off. Yeah, I think we add this one. And then a Stellar triggers. We make the big Goyle. She can get my counter trap back, right? Yay! Alright, everything worked out. This is like 3 things of disruption, chat. We're fine. I already used 1 card. As long as they don't have a Kaiju, I think we'll be set. I think we have to use the reframing here, unfortunately. Otherwise, we lose the other two parts of our disruption. Dragon. Yeah, we do this. Name 10 books. The Catcher in the Rye, The Great Gatsby, Lord of the Flies, Lord of the Rings. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, that's a book, who says it isn't? Wheel of Time, Game of Thrones. I could name like 8 different Discworld books. If I wasn't also thinking about plays, it would be easier. Stop distracting me. The Legend of Lefty will be a book eventually. Why I'm Afraid of Bees, Goosebumps number 17. The Bible. The Bible's a book. My paw told me so. I hate Branded Regained. I hate it so much. You have to banish your own... Oh, you done goofed, Johnny. My monsters get out of the graveyard. They can't be banished like that. Now your dragon's stuck in your hand. Is that what you want? A handful of dragons? Yeah, that's what I thought. Running around with a handful of dragons like that. You're gonna catch the clap. You're gonna catch what my grandpappy used to call coal dust on the fiddle strings. You don't want to get that one. It's not pleasant. Ah, I see. So you froze everyone for 600 years so you could raise whole generations of super children and they'll run the world for you. Noble plan, Teresa. I'm curious to see how that... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Just reading some excellent literature here as we prepare for the last and final White Forest stream. We're here in Diamond 1. I think we can make it to Master. I don't want to get too cocky, but I think we can do it. And I don't think we're going to have to resort to Cenutirion. It is worth noting, I did have a poll. Not sure if I mentioned it this episode yet, but I record all these live on Twitch, which you could find my Twitch down in the description. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. And I asked the chat whether or not they want me to go on Cenutirion White Forest. I gave them the chance to build that. I've mentioned it before, but the Cenutirion build is probably the best build, but it's also mostly Cenutirion. Like, you're not ending on any White Forest stuff, you're just using the White Forest cards to bait out stuff. And they decided, nah, you know what, if Cenutirion wins the poll, you can do a White Forest build then. For now, we're going to be sticking with the Paleo build. Almost exactly the same one that we had last time. The only difference, I removed the Leoncolias, the one that lets you get banished cards and put them back. That's really good in the grind version of the deck, but I find that White Forest Paleo has a lot easier time closing out games. So I removed those, and instead we put in the Oleanoid so that we had something to go against Yubel. We can pop their back row. And the Dino-Micious, which is a little risky, you don't really want to discard, but it's the only one that's removal. You know, flipping cards face down, not nearly as good, and also we already have monsters that do that. So we're going to try this. If we end up losing a bunch or ranking down, we'll try the Runick version again. If that doesn't work, we'll try the toy box again. And we're just going to rotate through those until we find something that allows us to punch into Master. And then we'll just see how far we can get from there. We got about 3.5, 4 hours to do so. Let's jump into it. I've run out of water. I need to go get more water, Chad. You think I'll have time? We are going second. Maybe our opponent is like taking a long time to set up. Well, this is a hand. I mean, good Balatro hand. If I had pants, I would love to see something like this. As it stands, well, I guess our opponent's afraid of Balatro, you know? We'll take what we could get. 2 tuners, no problem. This guy loves tuners. Alright. Now we're doing our best Paleo impression. Set 5 pass. Kicking some ass. Playing White Forest is a gosh darn blast. So I just, someone in chat, I get bummed when you end on a trap with no way to synchro with it. You think I have no way to synchro with this? Okay, so we're blowing up King Sarc. And then we're going to summon that Dinomishus we discarded. Bada bingo. Now we have a level 2 non-tuner on the field. We activate Woes, we summon our level 4 tuner, and we can get to the wolf that flips all their cards face down. See, it's all about thinking a little bit ahead. And yeah, end phase, we're gonna do this. I'll go ahead and summon this as well. Let's go for you. Let's go for you. And we're not even gonna synchro. Because that way we can just use the effect. We'll just search. And LZ comes back. And this should be more than enough damage to just end their entire career. Oh wait, you know what's funny, actually? What I can also do right here is we're going to Traptrick, and we're going to banish a transaction rollback to set a transaction rollback. Normally, you don't want to set a transaction rollback on the field. That would be a bad thing. Oh, come on. But yeah, here LZ can send the transaction to the graveyard to special summon herself and search another one, which means we have a bonus card for the thing, or a bonus card to discard, plus setup where we can use Traptrick, everything. It's neat, you know. In that case, you know, kind of like the Centurions, you could argue that, like, I didn't end on any White Forest cards, but the fact that I ended on, like, Woes and Traptrick with LZ in the graveyard means that I can set up to do a huge-ass White Forest combo on the follow-up and just end their whole career. Also, I'm curious, what did they get to, I see! You know, I often feel like, oh man, getting into Master is a difficult challenge that not every deck can do. And then I see this knocking on the door to Master, and I'm like, how? How did you get this far? Is it just off the back of Coach Trainer Wolfbark? Is it just Spear mode? I have no idea. Skill issue, I guess. Fear of Tenpai has taught me to put things in attack mode. Sometimes they can't get over them. If they've got a bad hand and you disrupt them. Let's just take the evenly matched. And the evenly matched is basically just here because we need something to discard to summon a tuner with this. So we have that. Doesn't look like much, but it's actually quite a bit of disruption. Kiri-Res map. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this now. At the earliest possible convenience. Could be Yubel, yeah, that seems likely. Could also be White Forest. No, it's Yubel. Half their life points. Okay, and then a Stellar comes back. Yay. There are times I really think I should put in, like, the level 4. Okay, so they get this. They get the card they want. Ah, I see. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. We're gonna try it this way, chat. We're going to activate this and chain the Dinomishus. Summon. We just want to get one of these so we can use the effect if we want to later. And we're going to go ahead and make Silvera. This will bait out the effect. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this. And we're going to make Chenying, Big Man. So now we're going to Traptrick, and we're going to banish Karma Cannon. That'll trigger the Chenying. So now we can use the Chenying, and we can banish this card on the field, and also this Yubel in the graveyard. So that way, even though they can do this, they can't summon anything back because this has to be fusion summoned. So they've lost their advantage and they've lost their summon back. They can normal summon again, but of course then we just do this. So now they can't link with anything they have. And they had Nightmare Throne. The question is, can they kill me from this position? That's not good. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's much I could have done regardless. This is not once per turn. Link Shokan. Yep, unfortunately that's just not a good one. Hold up. Normal summon a Stellar. Make Opabinia. Activate. No, my friend. Opabinia does not like being used as link material. It does not care. Battle into the face down. Main phase 2. Hello, it's your good friend Zeus. A pleasure to meet you. That is a nice field you built there. Be a shame if everything died. Anyway. Set Morella. Judeo Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you for raiding with 179. We're playing Paleo White Forest. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this now. And we'll chain the Dinomishus to bring it back. Let us send... transaction rollback? Yeah, because we've got a Traptrick in the graveyard, so we can copy that. Pop the spell card. We will, but we want them to activate it first or try to do something else. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to roll back. We're going to do Traptrick. We're going to grab Oleanades. Yeah, we'll wait for them to try to activate it. Because it's a hard once per turn, I'm pretty sure. And we'll bring back Morella. And then we just gotta hope they've got no other plays after that. Or that if they do, they're like link plays. Oh yeah, they have that in hand. We knew that. But they keep summoning their Yubels in defense. Alright. They're gonna battle my Paleos. Zeus secret effect. Attach transaction rollback. Okay. We're gonna do this, chat. We're going to attack. 800. Zeus effect. Are we gonna Wabaku just in case? You. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Begone, the top deck wars have. Oh, sure. A monster sent a spell trap to the graveyard to activate its effects. Who knew that the White Forest had synergy with Zeus? I certainly didn't. What are the chances that the last card is... Well, either way, we gotta do this. Use transaction rollback on the woes. Don't tell me you drew Ash. Maxx. Well, I guess that'll do it. At least they're doing it now. That means they get 1 card. Special summon? Nah, I'm fine. I'll just use this. I'll get myself another woes. Upstart in the end phase? Alright. Normal summon. Yeah! We had no business winning that! They could have absolutely dominated us if they just summoned Yubel in attack. I don't know why they didn't, but, you know, I think we have to include that one, even though I was, like, certain we had lost it several times.
2 hours later.
Alright, Legos, it's been a few hours and things have not been going well. Despite a promising start and knocking a few times at the door to Master, we just haven't been able to make it, and it's been very weird, you know? Half the time it feels like we get hit by Maxx Fuwalos, and then we can't combo at all. It's entirely reliant on the Paleo half of the deck, and if we don't get that running, or they have Lightning Storm or Red Reboot, then we're just done. But then the other half of the time when we go second, it's not against, like, these decks that are being conservative like we are and playing a bunch of low-to-the-ground traps. Like, we've lost to Gimmick Puppet FTK, and I don't know how they're able to survive up here with all the hand traps when, like, our deck is not even that weak to hand traps and we're still losing to them everywhere. So we're switching off the Paleo version. We're going to try the Runick version again. This is slightly different from the one before. We've taken out the Esteller entirely. We're playing more Runick spell traps. Maybe this will help. If nothing else, it probably has a little better chance going second. It has more hand traps. We've got a Veiler in there. And if this doesn't work, we'll try Toy Box again. And if that doesn't work, it just wasn't meant to be. We're trying our best out here, but it ain't easy.
1 hour later.
Alright, if we lose again, we rank down. At least we win the coin toss. Can we get some good hand, please? That's certainly something. Okay, so we're just gonna fountain. Oh wait, we can just special summon a Runick. Oh, great Runick Fountain. Draw us a card. Well, there's a card. We will get woes. Then we'll activate this. We'll get a free draw. Called by is called by, but this could be anything, chat. It could even be a Runick spell. That also gives us more options for what we can do with the woes. Yeah. Let's just end it there. Battle phase. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate this, and we're going to chain this. So we're going to get Hugin. And then we're going to special summon Sylvie. Flip everything face down. Then get a search. Then get a free draw. What are the chances, chat? Balatro ass fucking hand. Okay, of course that trap allows them to fusion summon, so I'm still probably in danger, and I can't attack or anything. Bunch of shit gonna be happening. That ain't tip. Okay. Splashing fire. Damn, they're using that now. Mirror Jade. Hello. Get out of here, you son of a bitch. Oh, please try to banish one of my synchro monsters. Hee hee. That don't work on me, buddy. Okay, now they're doing this. Fuwalos. We did it! Yay us! All the things! We can make level 10s like crazy. We finally get a win and we don't rank down. Alright, now this is gaming. Yeah! I managed my time better! Ever so slightly! Oh, Alright, we are in overtime trying to get into Master. I'm staying late. We're doing very close. They're long, grindy duels, but we're just barely winning them. I'm making a couple quick changes to the deck. I'm not even sure if we're going to see any duels with this version of the deck, but I'm realizing we really need some 8s. Having the Visa Aritara or whatever it is just really good that you can make with 2 tuners. We're putting that back in. We're putting the counter trap with it. We're putting Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Oh yeah, we're also putting the White Forest level 2. What's her name? Not the Synchro. Get her out of here. We're putting in, this one. Just one. I find that it's really good to have this to summon off of stuff. We'll take the, Effect Veiler out. And then I put in a 3rd copy of Runick Dispelling, because I'm realizing, like, I just really want to see 2 Runick cards. So we've added in some non-Runick cards. Hopefully with these going in there, everything will even out. This is 6.5. Giving it one more shot. 2 more wins. We just gotta go on a win streak, chat. We just gotta go on a win streak. It's that easy. Alright, going first. Yeah, we're gonna Fountain first. We're gonna use our normal summon here. We're gonna try to draw. They will Ash the draw. That's fine. We will Flashing Fire. Special summon the Hugin. I knew it. That's why I saved the Called By. So we get rid of that. We summon the Hugin. We get to draw 2 cards. Hopefully we get 2 spells. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Let's go into Reclaya. And our opponent surrenders. We could Reclaya, get Woes, open up the Synchro on the opponent's turn, and have the Flashing Fire. Them down several cards. That's what we want to see. Finally, I got a quick duel I could show. So hopefully we get one more. One more in there. And search ourselves a counter trap. So 2 Omnis, a Book of Moon, and of course the ability to draw a couple cards. Raigeki. Just in case they got triple tack, let's use the reframing here. Yeah, we'll negate that. Forbidden Droplet. Wow. Balatro ass hand you got there, buddy. Okay, they negated that. King Sarc. Okay, in response, we're gonna Live-Bel. We're gonna send the one from our hand to get ourselves the Vroom Vroom race car. We'll use this in the graveyard. We'll use this in the non-graveyard. We'll use the Vroom Vroom car on the field. Big. And we'll just go ahead and banish this because I don't want you to be able to summon stuff. Get out of here. Now put down the second gold sarcophagus. Okay, they did not. Well, there you go. All you gotta do is go first and not get disrupted because your opponent opened with 3 SETI. Then you win. Then you do good. All right, it is 2 a.m., the witching hour, and I have my witching hat. We're finally going first when we rank up. It is a high-stakes duel. Will we get a decent hand? You'll love to see it. I just need to plan it out. We do this first. And we're gonna risk it on the biscuit. We're gonna discard a card and hope they don't have Imperm. It doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. That's no good. Drollin Lock. So we can't use Elzet now. We can't really use Rukia. Yeah, that kind of screws us over, chat. We could make Live-Bel. I think that's the best we can hope for, chat. Hello? Live-Bel effect. We're gonna grab back. I guess we're gonna get Dispelling because that does something. So we've got Dispelling and Curses. We can discard one to use the Live-Bel effect. And also tag out. It's not great, but it is something. We basically got a monster negate, possibly a Barone. Depends what they do. Okay, yeah, they're getting the LZ. Yeah, we might as well do this now. We're gonna get Formula Synchron. Okay, they get to add. This could be anything. It could be our natural nemesis, Cenutirion. Take control, son of a bitch. I feel almost like we have to use this to get it off the field so they don't have a level 8 of their own. But anything we give them would be, like, awful for us. It's temporary, right? Yeah, you know what? We'll make the Chaos Angel. That's something they can't, like, make good use of. And we'll put it in defense position so it can't attack. They don't get to banish, do they? It wasn't even your summon, you son of a... Oh, wait. This is so dumb. We have to do... Okay, we're gonna negate the Chaos Angel. And then we're gonna draw 3. It looks like... Yeah, they're just Tenpai. My deck is mostly Runick cards! Are you fucking serious? I'm trying the toy box version one more time. It's slightly different from last time. You can figure out how on your own. Once more, I don my hat for a high-stakes battle. Once more, I am denied the chance to go first. With the toy box build, this one wants to go first even more than the others. Okay, it's a 60-card deck. Maybe they bricked. Does have Charles on it, though. I am going to become the Joker! Oh, after all this time, for it to end like that! To lose the coin toss and have my opponent simply surrender. Was it the, yep. It was just the big old slop pile that goes into, I guess they got a hand that didn't do it. I mean, I had the Imperm, I knew to save it for the Isolde. Maybe that would have done something, maybe not, but by the skin of our teeth we make it, and I can finally close the book on this whole sordid affair. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we've reached the conclusion of this episode. In the end, I was just barely able to make it into Master 5 with White Forest, which is a little disappointing, to be honest. But there was a lot working against me this month. You know, I started in Platinum instead of Diamond. I only won 44% of my coin tosses. I was trying to play a synchro deck in a format with Maxx and the Charmies at 3. And of course I didn't play the strongest version of the deck. Oh, also the sun was in my eyes and I was dueling with a guitar controller the entire time, so really it's impressive that I did anything. Still, I had about as much fun as I could with this deck. I mean, I like White Forest, it's got some neat plays spread across several different variants, and the synergy with Paleos was very fun. The only thing keeping me from playing more was the format itself. Like, Maxx is a problem, of course, but there's also Albion and Secret Village locking me out of the game, FTKs running around, pile decks ending on Dragoon and Blazar, with generic negates like Barone and Appaloosa still legal as well. The devs really seem to value big, flashy spectacle over actual game balance, which sucks for a series like this where I try to show off the strategic side of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, this game has potential to be really interactive and skill testing, but Master Duel often seems content to lean into the slot machine element of the game, where you can go off like crazy and make an unstoppable board, as long as you're lucky enough to win the coin toss and open with all your extenders and not get hand trapped. But I'm getting off topic. Point is, deck was fun, and I'd recommend playing it, just not in the higher tiers of Master Duel right now. Anyway, that being said, it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, so let's take a moment to look back over our statistics for January 2024. I ended up playing 149 duels with White Forest and made it to Master 5. We won 89 of those duels and lost 60, which gives this deck an overall win rate of 60%. We also won the coin toss 66 times, which gives us a head rate of about 44%. I went through 7 builds this month before ending on the toy box version behind me, which contains a single common card, 15 super rare cards, and 39 ultra rare cards. I spent 8,000 gems on this month's deck, which would cost you about $117 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not have been possible without 405 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 29 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Davon Crushin, Cat Monarch, Shadow 1317, Uber Super Sloth, Chris W, Ya Boy Slurp, Barbarians Are Us, Boo-Hoo Bundy, Clockswork, Default Titan 97, Dancing Joker, Dude Blade X, Emperor Lelouch, Giorgiano XG, Plambone, Inge Magnus, It's Katsu, JJ Squirtle, Kira Vector, Koro, LK Sun, Matt, MBT Yugioh, Nathan, Sanguine Strawberry, Shamadam, Tengen Toppin Bob Ross, Viscount Billy Esquire, and Wildcard Jr. Patoo! If you'd like to join them, there's a Patreon link down in the description. Just $1 gets you on my Discord, $25 gets your name in the credits, and for $10 you can get a special role that lets you vote on what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, we'll be singing our way into Tier 1 with Melodius. If you'd like to see me attempt that in real time, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/Hardleg Gaming, where I stream most of my duels. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.
Beware the white woods, for you should know the tale of a beast of burden, round, horned, and feared, forever entangled in the forest pale groves, by a coven of witches, powerful, alluring, and weird, to one day be freed and unleashed by a bard, jolly, courageous, and endearing with a beard. However, this is not the story of the end, but rather the beginning of two great friends. The bard ventured forth, knowing no fear. He found the lair where the beast lay trapped. He charged in brazenly with a shout. "Don't worry, little critter, your chains will be snapped by the song I heard from a steam-powered giraffe." But the witches wouldn't allow the beast to be freed, for they feared its power could not be quelled. Clash did song and sorcery, and there was a blast. Both so big both parties were repelled. Shattered and broken were the beast's chains. Soon, its unfettered rage would raise hell. The bard stumbled, hand outstretched to make amends. "Hear my song, little critter. Let's be friends." Kritter and the bard journey across the lands. Together they joined many adventuring bands. Once they saved a lizard man from the evil in his heart. Twice they defeated a foul fiend, one dim, one smart. And though they fought for good against evil, they sometimes brought stress and lots of upheaval. But even with setbacks and minor downtrends, they kept their spirits up as two wonderful friends. As heroes of one legend, heroes of another, Kritter and the bard were the brothers that helped to save a nation from being smothered by the theatrics of an unruly despot and assistance from a dragon boy and his friends. Hold on, this is just the Fallen of Albaz lore. This can't all be true. You can't have been there for all of this, right? You were there for all this. You saved Gaga Gigo, imprisoned Hades. Together? They were cellmates. You defeated Ibli, all 7, and rescued Albaz. There's a few embellishments on just that one. Alright, it's your biography. Though I am still curious why you want it to be in the form of a children's book. Well, the art is coming out quite nice. Anyway, Kritter and the bard even journeyed to the depths of space, and partied with dragons, bears, and fishies of majestic grace.